Hello everyone and welcome to a very special playoff edition of Souris Valley Sabre Dogs Baseball. I'm Jared Sleppy and tonight the Sabre Dogs are taking on the Badlands Big Sticks to win the Lewis Division and advance to the Championship Series in a one-game divisional round playoff. Let's take a look at the standings in the Clark Division to finish up this 2019 Expedition League regular season. It was Western Nebraska that dominated through and through with a final overall record of 47-14. They also won the second half at a record of 26-7. The Fremont Moo were able to win the second spot with a record of 20-13 in the second half. They were 6 games back of the Pioneers and 3 games ahead of the Hastings Sodbusters, who finished the year at 17-16. Casper was on a bit of a decline there at the end of the year. They lost 6 games in a row to finish the season. They finished 16-11, and the Spearfish Sasquatch really never had a shot as they were 9-22 in the second half. As for the Clark Division, Sabre Dogs finished just a game back of the Big Sticks as Badlands finished 22-10. Sabre Dogs were 22-12. Pierre finished in third place as they were unable to win any games against the Sabre Dogs that final series, as they finished with a win here against the Big Sticks on Monday night. They finished 18-16, 5 games back of the Big Sticks and 4 back of the Sabre Dogs. As for the Hot Shots, they finished 9-23, and the Weed City Whiskey Jacks, they finished 6-29. So the Sabre Dogs and Big Sticks for the second consecutive year will be playing in the divisional round. But this time it's going to be at the DCBT ballpark at beautiful Astoria Field here in Dickinson, North Dakota. So we'll have the starting lineups, which is a very interesting part for the Sabre Dogs. We'll talk about that coming up in just a little bit. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball.
Z94 is Minot's only station for today's hit music. The Z94 audience is an active one, targeting your 18 to 42-year-olds. The Z94 listener is a need-to-know listener. They do product research. From product and customer satisfaction reviews, our Z94 audience has their smart devices at their fingertips. That's why you need to be with Z94, because we're in front of our listeners and your customers with our in-demand services like streaming, podcasts, social media. And since we brand to our specific audience, we know how to market your business. Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
You had a long day? An alcoholic beverage sound good right about now? Souris River Brewing Company has you covered. They use the most locally sourced and freshest ingredients available to create quality beers and food. Souris River Brewing Company sources food and grains from their neighbors to maintain our local economy and to serve you. Be sure to stop by Souris River Brewing Company, a true North Dakota experience. Planet Pizza has become Minot's premier party location. Whether it's a birthday, team, family, school, or church get-together, they have everything to make your event out of this world. From arcade games to bouncy houses, they provide fun for all ages. Planet Pizza has been Minot's best pizza place for over 20 years. Don't let the fun fool you. Their pizza is fresh and delicious every time. To book a party or to order, call 701-852-1700. The Sleep in Minot is the #1 favorite place to stay when visiting. The Wi-Fi is always free and the breakfast is always hot and delicious. It's also the most convenient hotel for the kids when they want to hang out at the Dakota Splashdown Water Park. For the grown-ups, the hotel is attached to the Dakota Square Mall, so you can shop till you drop. Then in the evening, be sure and stop in at the best-kept secret lounge for a drink. The Sleep in Minot is a proud sponsor of the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, the largest sleep in North America, where everyone dreams better. Trinity Health is a nonprofit healthcare system serving northwest and central North Dakota and eastern Montana. With a care hospital in Minot, more than 40 specialties, several rural health clinics, and a long-term facility, Trinity provides a full complement of healthcare services to the region. Since 1922, they have been committed to looking ahead and improving in ways that provide the best, most compassionate care for their patients, families, and communities. Trinity Health, where their mission is, being committed to preserving and improving the quality of health to the people they serve. Know what's below. Call before you dig. Whether you call 811 or use ITIC to file your locate requests, North Dakota One Call makes sure you're able to navigate the One Call process as easy as possible. Whether you're a professional contractor working on a project or a novice homeowner just installing a fence, Contact us every time you dig to ensure no underground lines are damaged. It's easy, and it's the law. Dig safe. Back here in Astoria Field in Dickinson, North Dakota, Sabre Dogs and Big Sticks about to get underway here in just a little bit, as there is just 2 games in the Expedition League going on tonight. Of course, the game here in Dickinson, as well as Fremont at Western Nebraska. That game being played at Oregon Trail Park in Gearing, Nebraska, as the winner of that game will take on the winner of this one and for the championship series. So it could be, for the second year, the Big Sticks and the Pioneers, or we could see a shakeup, as really tonight is the story of David versus Goliath, as the Sabre Dogs have just 12 men out here this evening. As for the Big Sticks, they have 24 strong, with almost all of their hitters still here in town. Let's get to the starting lineup, starting off with the Big Sticks. Leading off and playing left field is Kaimano Souza Palui. Batting second and playing shortstop is Michael Furman. Batting third and playing second is Bryson Ford. Batting fourth and playing first is Connor Van Cleve. Batting fifth and DHing is Mason Schwanbach. Batting sixth and playing right field is Dylan Ditzenberger. Batting seventh and playing third is Garrett Dupuis. Batting eighth and catching is Braden Olson, and batting ninth and playing center field is Nathan Sanders. On the mound for the Big Sticks is Malik Barrington. As for your Sabre Dogs, leading off and playing third base is Philip Childs. Batting second and playing first base, Nathaniel Bresner Mendoza. Batting third and playing right field is Dylan Roach. Batting fourth and playing left field, Marcelo Terrazas. Batting fifth and playing shortstop is Jace Edwards. Batting sixth and catching is Drew Pollum. Batting seventh and playing second is Sam Powers. Batting eighth and playing center field is Wilson Rubion. And batting ninth and pitching is Jace Mapston. So, kind of breaking this down with, of course, Mapston being on the mound. A few things to talk about here. Kind of going from top to bottom. We have Phil Childs, instead of playing left field, is playing third base, as he played third base last game on Sunday against the Trappers. He started at second and moved over to third for the rest of the game. Nathaniel Bresner Mendoza has played first base just once this season. That was actually here 2 months ago. And as for Dylan Roach, he's making his third start as a Sabre Dog. He's back in right field. And in left is Marcelo Terrazas, his first time starting in the field this season, as he has been at the plate once this year, and that was when he was a designated hitter. That was last Saturday. Jace Edwards, Drew Palm, and Sam Powers, as well as Wilson Rubion in their normal spots, and Jace Mapston is batting ninth. He also has a couple of bats against these Big Sticks. He's 2 for 13 on the year with an RBI double, and he's batting ninth, and they have booted the designated hitter spot. So the Sabre Dogs have one opportunity to keep their season alive, and if they do, they will have a long road ahead of them against rather the Fremont Moo or the Western Nebraska Pioneers. In terms of travel, it should be very interesting. It's about 10 hours to Western Nebraska, and it's about 12 hours to Fremont. So either way, it's going to be a long trip down to Nebraska for either team. But regardless, it should all be worth it if either of these teams could take home a championship, try to knock off the defending champs, the Western Nebraska Pioneers, as they are taking on Fremont, also at 6:35, much like this game. So we're going to go ahead and send it to another break. We'll have the national anthem as well as first pitch coming up in just a few minutes. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball. Inside of your mouth ache? Not brushing as often as you should? Then come on over to Kemet Dental. Kemet Dental prides on their team of highly educated dental professionals and advanced technology. Whether it's advanced dental procedures such as implants, same-day crowns, and sleep apnea, there's no problem they can't fix. Visit their state-of-the-art facility or visit kemetdental.com to learn more. Kemet Dental. We treat more than teeth, we treat people. Don't let bad weather surprise you. Stay informed with KMOT. KMOT is Minot's local NBC affiliate that keeps you in the know for all things weather-related. KMOT also makes sure that you know everything important happening in the Minot community. Want to see the latest Twins highlights? Check out KMOT's professional sports coverage, as well as their local and collegiate sports. KMOT, your news leader.
Baseball is America's game. It brings people together, and there's nothing better for community than people coming together. Thank you, Sabre Dogs, for providing entertainment, a family-friendly environment, and good sportsmanship to our town. These simple moments, sharing time with loved ones, create everlasting memories, and will always be in the cheering section, rooting for the home team. First Western Bank and Trust, we're not just here for you, we are you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Forward Communication provides you an opportunity to get your message heard on radio stations all across the region. They have several syndicated radio reports you can partner on, including Ag Issues, which gives an agronomy perspective to regional agriculture, Outdoor Issues, which discusses North Dakota hunting and fishing, and Training Camp Today, which gives listeners an inside look at Minnesota Vikings training camp. Call Forward Communication at 720-0007. That's 720-0007. Have the national anthem coming up, and then we'll have first pitch coming up in just a few minutes.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Great stuff right there. First pitch coming up in just a few minutes. Sabre Dogs and Big Sticks divisional round here in the Lewis Division. We'll take another break. We'll be back with Sabre Dogs baseball. El Azteca is authentic Mexican fast food on the go. Their ingredients are always fresh, so you can be sure you'll get the best tacos, burritos, tamales, and more. El Azteca is located at 2035 North Broadway in Minot. Stop in or order online to save time. If you want exclusive coupons and special offers to save more on your next visit, text El Azteca as one word to 21777. El Azteca, the most authentic Mexican food in Minot.
iHeartRadio.
We are Northwest North Dakota's #1 country radio station, 97 Kicks FM, playing a wide variety of today's new country to those country favorites reaching back to the 90s. With the award-winning Bobby Bones Show and a big signal puts your business where it needs to be. We are heard on over 2,000 smart devices across the country with our iHeartRadio app. From radio to streaming, web, and social media, we've got you covered. Our Kicks listeners are current and retired military, farmers and ranchers, working moms, business owners. We are 97 Kicks FM.
Planet Pizza has become Minot's premier party location. Whether it's a birthday, team, family, school, or church get-together, they have everything to make your event out of this world. From arcade games to bouncy houses, they provide fun for all ages. Planet Pizza has been Minot's best pizza place for over 20 years. Don't let the fun fool you. Their pizza is fresh and delicious every time. To book a party or to order, call 701-852-1700. The Sleep in Minot is the #1 favorite place to stay when visiting. The Wi-Fi is always free and the breakfast is always hot and delicious. It's also the most convenient hotel for the kids when they want to hang out at the Dakota Splashdown Water Park. For the grown-ups, the hotel is attached to the Dakota Square Mall so you can shop till you drop. Then in the evening, be sure and stop in at the best-kept secret lounge for a drink. The Sleep in Minot is a proud sponsor of the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, the largest sleep in North America, where everyone dreams better. Sabre Dogs have a total of 12 players here tonight. That is 6 pitchers and 6 position players. I'll list them out right now. So for the pitchers, you have Nathaniel Bresner Mendoza, Chase Grillo, Caden Calver, Jason Mapston, Matt Startwell, and Marcelo Terrazas. As for the position players, you have 1 catcher, that being Drew Pollum, 2 infielders, Jace Edwards and Sam Powers, and 3 outfielders, Philip Childs, Dylan Roach, and Wilson Rubion. And of course, Childs playing in the infield and Terrazas moving to the outfield, and overall just moving things around, trying to find the best fit here tonight as the Sabre Dogs are without a lot of their best players, including Chauncey Callier, who finished the year batting .375. 75 hits, which is one of the best in the league, and at multiple times he had the most hits in the league. Also had 47 runs, 26 doubles, still in first place to this day. 8 home runs and 40 RBI with 28 stolen bases, and he led the entire league in stolen bases for a while as well. Was definitely a true MVP candidate for the longest time, but the man playing first base for the Big Sticks has certainly just elevated his game to an exponential level, that being Connor Van Cleve. Also, they've lost Mason Dennison, the team's shortstop for the majority of the season, finished batting .313 on the season, .362 in the second half, 61 hits, 44 runs, 19 doubles, 23 RBI, and 23 stolen bases. Chris Taylor also left the team, as he is done for the year with a .305 batting average, finished just also one of the best players in the league, finished in the top 10 in a lot of categories. Alex Hay left the team earlier. It was in between the second half start and the end of the season, but finished batting .293, and Bo McClintock finished batting .286. And after that, you have Wilson Rubion, as of right now, batting .283. Also, Luke Wick, Nick Mastoni, Josh Pano, Austin Reno done with the team. They batted from .260 to .236. Sam Powers still on the team at .234. Nick Pierce played 3 games with the team. Jace Edwards still here with the team. Tyler Courtney finished the year with 19 games at second base, and he ended up pitching for quite a bit as well. He is done with the Sabre Dogs. Drew Pollum still with the team. Hunter Holland came and left. He started 19 games for the Sabre Dogs. Jason Mapston also still with the team, and Justin Henley, his brother Braden, have parted with the team, as well as Santos Grande played 1 game and unfortunately left due to injury. As for the pitchers, Carson Tonini played 1 game for the Sabre Dogs. Bradley Spooner, Chauncey Callier, George Loxter-Camp all leaving the team. All have been phenomenal contributions on the mound for the Sabre Dogs, as well as David Caldwell, Matt Houlihan. Tyler Courtney, Cody Waters, Hunter Rubidoux, Corey Smith also done with the team. Josh Mancuso, Colton Bridges left the team early. Braden Henley, Riley Wood, Heath Backus, Sage Deem, Lonnie Morris, and Mason Dennison all have been fantastic contributions to this team, and we wish them well moving forward as they are done with the Sabre Dogs, not playing with us this evening. So leadoff man is Philip Schott. Here's the first pitch. We are underway as the starting pitcher for the Big Sticks is Malik Barrington, having himself a pretty interesting season. Kind of been up and down as of right now. His ERA sits at .428 with a 4-2 record. Pitching in his 14th game, making his 9th start of the season. Pitched in 48 1/3 innings with 69 strikeouts, 40 walks, and 37 hits for a .159 whip. 0-1 pitch. That one's hit to the third baseman, Garrett Dupuis. Throw to first is in time, and that is the first out of this ball game. Let's now get to the fielding order for the Badlands Big Sticks. From left to right in the infield be Garrett Dupuis, Michael Fearman, Bryson Ford, and Connor Van Cleve. Left to right in the outfield, you have Kaimana Souza Pa-Louie, Nathan Sanders, and Dylan Dissenberger. Behind the plate is Braden Olson. On the mound is Malik Barrington. So that will bring up Nathaniel Bresner Mendoza. And on the year, he has 4 at-bats total with 3 strikeouts. Has actually not started a game. He has played first base as a substitute, but has not started the game as a position player. Swing and a miss for strike 1 there. Starting at second base. So Roach is on deck for the Sabre Dogs, and in the hole is Marcelo Terrazas. 1 pitch in between these 3 batters. Not a single hit so far this season. So here comes the 1-1 pitch as the 0-1 pitch misses outside. 1 down, nobody on here at the top of the first. That one misses lone away for ball 2. See if the Sabre Dogs can't shock the world here and knock off the Big Sticks and move on to the finals. Be exactly the opposite of what happened last year. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. He's kind of stepping out on his swing a little bit. Makes it very difficult to swing at those outside pitches. 2-2 pitch. And that one misses low and in, and that will make the count full. This would be huge if Bresner Mendoza could get on here. 3-2 pitch, and that one in there on the outside corner for strike 3. That was close, but they give the call to Malik Barrington, the righty from Albany State University. And that will bring up the hometown kid, Dylan Roach from Minot State University. Roach is 0 for 4 on the season with a strikeout and 2 stolen bases. This is his 3rd game he has started. Wind up and the pitch. And that one in there for strike 1. Latest addition to the Sabre Dogs position players. Teammate Carson Tonini came in and pitched 1 game for the Sabre Dogs. As that one misses outside for ball 1. So the Sabre Dogs finished 4-0 in the month of August in the regular season. As that one in there for strike 2. Sabre Dogs are 15-17 on the road this season. Just 1-5 against the Badlands Big Sticks. 1-2 here at DCBT Ballpark, and 0-3 at Corbett Field. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will end the inning. So we will head to the bottom of the first. Big Sticks will have their first opportunity at the plate coming up in just a little bit.
Z94 is Minot's only station for today's hit music. The Z94 audience is an active one, targeting your 18 to 42-year-olds. The Z94 listener is a need-to-know listener. They do product research. From product and customer satisfaction reviews, our Z94 audience has their smart devices at their fingertips. That's why you need to be with Z94, because we're in front of our listeners and your customers with our in-demand services like streaming, podcasts, social media. And since we brand to our specific audience, we know how to market your business. Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
You had a long day? An alcoholic beverage sound good right about now? Sewers River Brewing Company has you covered. They use the most locally sourced and freshest ingredients available to create quality beers and food. Sewers River Brewing Company sources food and grains from their neighbors to maintain our local economy and to serve you. Be sure to stop by Sewers River Brewing Company, a true North Dakota experience. 3 up, 3 down for Malik Barrington, and in his counterpart, Jace Mapston is on the mound, the lefty from Paris Junior College. In his last start, he got a complete game shutout against the Hub City Hotshots. So that was a 7-inning game, and he only gave up a couple walks. He's also able to get the win as they won that game 7-0. Here he'll take on the Badlands offense, which pretty much leads in every single offensive category this season. It'll be his biggest test of the season. Mapson has a total of 5 saves, and along with the rest of his stats, has an ERA of a little over 3. It's at 3.23 right now with a record of 1-1. This is his 3rd start of the season. He has a total of 30 2/3 innings, 34 strikeouts, 16 walks, and 21 hits for a 121 whip, and 9.98 strikeouts per 9 innings. In the first pitch to Kaimana Suzapalui, hit into right field for a base hit. Left fielder from the University of Kansas. Now we'll bring up Michael Furman. Furman batting .325, which puts him as the 6th best hitter on the team, which is just absolutely ridiculous. They have a total of 9 batters that are .300 or better, and they have a total of 10 that are .290 or better. Here is the first pitch to Furman. Playing shortstop this evening. There goes Souza Palui. Throw it down to second is... Well, it was in time, but it was dropped by Sam Powers over at second base, and that will be a stolen base for Souza Palui. That pitch was in there for a strike. We'll make it 0-1. Big Sticks batting .316 on the season. By far the best in the league. Sabre Dogs, just to give you an idea, are batting .270 this season. 1 pitch, now one is hit, a little blooper into left field. That's a base hit. Rounding third and heading home is Souza Paului, and that is going to be in there in time. And the throw into the infield gets away from the shortstop Edwards and will allow Furman to advance to second. So that will be a single, and he'll advance to second on an error. And it is 1-0 Big Sticks. Not a good start here for Jace Mapston. So that will bring up Bryson Ford. He won the batting title this season with a .418 batting average. There goes the runner. That one is in there for a strike. They're down third, not even close. That is the second steal of the day. And that error is going to be charged to Marcelo Terrazas in left field. 0-1 pitch, that one's in there for a strike. Chase Mapson still looking for his first out here in the bottom of the first. And the 0-2 pitch misses outside. Tried to get Ford to chase, does not do so. Ford's stats have just been out of this world. Leads the team and the league in hits with 92. Now one in the dirt. Palm stays in front of it. 220 at-bats, 72 runs, which is just absurd on itself. 16 doubles, 9 triples, which leads the league. 10 home runs and 54 RBI with 26 stolen bases. Mapson from the stretch looks over third. Furman gets his lead. Childs kind of drifting over towards the bag. Swing and a miss, and that will be the first out of the game for the Sabre Dogs. Now we'll bring up Connor Van Cleve, who is giving everyone in the league a lot of trouble. And against the Sabre Dogs, he single-handedly with the win on July 29th at Corbett Field with a 2-run home run in the top of the 9th inning. He's batting .353 against the Sabre Dogs, 6 hits out of 17 at-bats with 8 runs and 2 home runs with 7 RBI. First pitch, that's outside for ball 1. And on the year, he finished with 74 RBI, which is by far the best in the league. 81 hits for a batting average of .384, 47 runs, 17 doubles, and 12 home runs to boot. No doubt that he should be the league's player of the year. There's a slow grounder to the second baseman Powers, sort of first, and nobody's there. Reza Mendoza, first time playing first base for the Sabre Dogs, was unaware of what was going on. He doesn't cover the bag, and that will go down as a hit. And that will score a run. It is 2-0 Big Sticks, rather. So that'll bring up Mason Schwellenbach. Batting .322 on the season. That one misses outside for ball 1. So RBI number 75 of the year for Connor Van Cleve, just absolutely blowing everyone away. That one a swing and a miss, leaving the count 1-1. Schwellenbach going down as a utility player. Has really played a little bit of everything this season from Central Methodist University. Now a slow grounder to the third baseman Childs, and that one spins foul. Very fortunate break there, as that would have easily been an infield base hit if it stayed fair. 1-2, runner goes back to first. Still just one down here in the bottom of the first. Big Six lead it 2-0. Definitely a little bit of a rough start here for the Sabre Dogs. So they go 3 up, 3 down in the top of the first. Van Cleve has his lead. Not really a threat to steal. Only has 1 stolen base on the season as that one misses inside. Schwellenbach trying to say that he got hit, but that was not the case. So that'll make it 2-2. So 126 total hits on the year for Badlands, as well as 140 doubles, 26 triples, and 75 home runs, with 4 players with 10-plus home runs. 2-2 pitch. Slow grounder as he reaches to the shortstop Edwards, and they're going to say that was a transfer, and that will be an out at second base. And that will be 2 down, as everyone here thought that just because he dropped it, that means that he's safe. But that is not the case, because that was very clearly on the transfer. So Schorlenbach reaches on first on a fielder's choice, and that will bring up from the University of Kansas, Dylan Ditzenberger, playing right field this evening. Has been a really nice addition to this team, batting .373. He's only played in 13 games for the Big Sticks. First pitch, that one foul down the third base side, first foul ball of the game. That one hits the Big Sticks bullpen. I'll make it 0-1, 2 down. Napston just trying to get out of the inning here, holding on to that 2-run deficit. A 1 pitch, and that one barely misses outside. Good eye by Ditzenberger. Napston from the stretch. Now when I say well towards center field, but there to make the play is Wilson Rubion. He'll make the catch, and that will end the inning. The Sabre Dogs commit an error and allow 2 runs, and they trail 2-0. We'll head to the top of the second. Coming up next will be the heart of the order. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball.
Baseball is America's game. It brings people together, and there's nothing better for community than people coming together. Thank you, Sabre Dogs, for providing entertainment, a family-friendly environment, and good sportsmanship to our town. These simple moments, sharing time with loved ones, create everlasting memories, and will always be in the cheering section, rooting for the home team. First Western Bank and Trust, we're not just here for you, we are you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Forward Communication provides you an opportunity to get your message heard on radio stations all across the region. They have several syndicated radio reports you can partner on, including Ag Issues, which gives an agronomy perspective to regional agriculture, Outdoor Issues, which discusses North Dakota hunting and fishing, and Training Camp Today, which gives listeners an inside look at Minnesota Vikings training camp. Call Forward Communication at 720-0007. That's 720-0007.
iHeartRadio.
910 AM KCJB is Minot's heritage AM full-service information station, supported by the classic country favorites. KCJB listeners are ranchers and farmers and business owners. From egg reports and markets to compelling information, we are 910 AM KCJB, home of the Minnesota Twins, Minot State, and Minot High Sports. We are 910 AM KCJB, Minot's news and information station.
Sabre Dogs trail 2-0. We head to the top of the second. Coming up for the Sabre Dogs will be the heart of the order, Marcelo Terrazas, Jace Edwards, and Drew Pollum. Marcelo Terrazas, right-handed pitcher from Lyon College out in California. And as of this point, he has played in 1 game so far as a position player. He is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Jace Edwards, the shortstop tonight for the Sabre Dogs, is batting .218 on the season. And as for Pollum, as the first pitch in there is strike to Terrazas, is batting .212. Here comes the 0-1 pitch now from Malik Barrington. 1-2-3 with 2 strikeouts in the first inning. Swing and a miss, strike 2. It's 3:20 to the poles here. And that one's hit towards center field. And that'll drop in for a base hit for Terrazas. And he is celebrating all the way over to first base. And his teammates love it. That is fantastic stuff right there. A base hit for Marcelo Terrazas. And that will bring up Jace Edwards. So dead straight his way center is 375 here at DCBT Ballpark. So Barrington working from the stretch for the first time tonight. That one misses outside for ball 1. Terrazas not much of a threat to steal. Edwards with 24 hits in 32 games with 18 RBI. Here is the 1-0 pitch. And that one misses out. No, it's in there for a strike. Wow. That will even count 1-1. Infielder from Spokane Falls Community College. Teammates with Caden Calver and Chase Grillo. 1-1 pitch. Now one way in front of the dirt, and Terrazas is going to advance as that one goes all the way in between home plate and third base. So that'll go down as a wild pitch, and the Sabre Dogs for the first time tonight have a man in scoring position. Chase Edwards coming off a pretty nice series against the Trappers, went 4 for 14 with 6 RBI, second most on the team. And that one in there for strike 2. Against the Big Sticks, as of right now, Edwards 1 for 3, making a second start. As a team, they're batting .253. 2-2 pitch, and that one misses one away, and I'll make it 3-2. So I mentioned it's been kind of a shaky season for Malik Barrington. He started out red hot, and going into the Sabre Dogs game, that was on a Friday night all the way back in late May. He hadn't given up a single earned run until Sabre Dogs put up a couple against him. Had a fantastic May and June. July was a little bit more shaky. That one fouled out of play. Now we'll keep it at 3-2. If he could return to his June form, Big Sticks will be in great shape here tonight. Or, I mean, if the offense can keep producing at the level they are right now, then they will be just fine either way. 3-2 pitch. And that one in there for strike 3 on the outside corner. Strikeout number 3 on the day for Barrington. And that is one down for Drew Pollum, who has been, you could argue, the hottest hitter as of late for the Sabre Dogs. And against the Trappers, Pollum went 7 for 16. That was a .438 batting average. We had 5 runs, 2 doubles, a triple, and 4 RBI. The majority of the season, he was batting below 200, but was able to overcome that and get up and above that, as he's at 212 now. 22 hits in 26 games with 17 runs and 10 RBI on the season. Now it hit in the air towards right field, and that will be caught by Bryson Ford at second base for out number 2. Back-to-back at-bats for the Sabre Dogs, unable to advance the runner over, and that will bring up Sam Powers. Batting .234 on the year, has the 3rd highest batting average amongst the active batters, only behind Wilson Rubion and Philip Childs. First pitch to Powers. That one a breaking ball that's in there for strike 1. He's also coming off a nice series against the Trappers, 6 for 14, .429 batting average with 3 doubles, 3 runs, and 3 stolen bases. Terrazas has his lead at second base. Nobody in the area to hold him on. Here's the only pitch now to Sam Powers. And that one in there for strike 2. He's very versatile all season. He's played the infield and the outfield as well. He's from Montana State Billings University. Powers not doing so hot against the Big Sticks. 4 for 24 on the season. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 3. So the Sabre Dogs leave a man stranded. It is still 2-0. We'll head to the bottom of the second coming up after a 60-second break. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball. El Azteca is authentic Mexican fast food on the go. Their ingredients are always fresh, so you can be sure you'll get the best tacos, burritos, tamales, and more. El Azteca is located at 2035 North Broadway in Minot. Stop in or order online to save time. If you want exclusive coupons and special offers to save more on your next visit, text El Azteca as one word to 21777. El Azteca, the most authentic Mexican food in Minot.
iHeartRadio. We are Northwest North Dakota's #1 country radio station, 97 Kicks FM, playing a wide variety of today's new country to those country favorites reaching back to the 90s. With the award-winning Bobby Bones Show, and a big signal puts your business where it needs to be. We are heard on over 2,000 smart devices across the country with our iHeartRadio app. From radio to streaming, web, and social media, we've got you covered. Our Kicks listeners are current and retired military, farmers and ranchers, working moms, business owners. We are 97 Kicks FM.
Chase Maxton back in the game for the Sabre Dogs. Struggled in the first inning as he allowed 2 runs. It was an RBI single from Connor Van Cleve and an RBI single from Michael Furman. Went through 6 batters, and he'll have the bottom of the order coming up with Garrett Dupuis, Braden Olson, and Nathan Sanders. Going to ask for a better start if you're the Badlands Big Sticks right here. And they'll try to continue that here with Garrett Dupuis coming to the plate, batting .293. 56 hits on the season with 191 at-bats. 40 runs and 27 RBIs, as well as 18 stolen bases, as that one is fouled back lazily to the dugout of the Big Sticks for strike one. Total of 3 hits in that first inning for Badlands, 1 from the Sabre Dogs. That was by Marcelo Terrazas, with nobody out and nobody on in the last half inning. Breaking ball, trying to sneak it around the back door, unable to find it, and that will make it 1-1. Wind up and the pitch, and that one misses. Same spot pretty much. I make it 2-1. Napston bobbles the ball as it goes back to the mound. Sabre Dogs infield shifted a little bit to the left side here. Jace Edwards drifting over, and that one's hit well towards center field, but right at Wilson Rubion, who makes the play for out number 1. So that will bring up Braden Olson, batting .261 on this season. It's pretty phenomenal. We have a total of 14 Big Sticks who are hitting better than Olson this season, and that includes inactive players. And that's only 3, so that'd be 11 active players that have a better batting average than .261 as the first pitcher breaking ball in there for strike 1. I have a lot of really smart batters as well. Don't strike out very much, as that one misses upstairs, evens the count 1-1. Total of 413 strikeouts compared to their 452 RBI. 1-1 pitch, and that one's scooped by Drew Palms. That one misses low for ball 2. Big Sticks also were a lot more aggressive on the base paths in the second half, as they have 156 stolen bases. That one is hit well towards left field, and that one is in the gap. It gets past Marcelo Terrazas. It rolls all the way to the wall. And that will be a 1-out double for Braden Olson. That will bring up Nathan Sanders, batting .332 on this season, 4th best batting average on the team. Leads the league with 14 home runs. 72 hits, as well as 62 runs, 8 doubles, and 6 triples. Just 8 doubles, but he has 14 home runs. Kind of tells you a lot about the ballpark here. Very short. First pitch, that one is hit up the middle, slicing, and that'll drop for another base hit. And that one rolls to Terrazas, thrown into the shortstop Edwards. No throw to the plate. It is now 3-0 Big Sticks. RBI single. And the Big Sticks keep pouring it on here. And if the Sabre Dogs offense doesn't respond, this game is going to be over very quickly. And that will bring up Kaimana Souza Paului, who led off with a first pitch base hit to start the bottom of the first. Came around to score after stealing second. First pitch. And that one in there for a strike. Nice frame by Drew Palm. In reality, might have missed a little bit high. Strike zone has been pretty inconsistent so far, especially on the outside corner to right-handed batters. There goes the runner. That one misses outside. Throw down to second is dropped again by Jace Edwards. Had it in his glove, but as soon as he makes contact with the runner, pops out of his glove. That'll go down as a stolen base, as that should have been the second caught steal of the night. Very fortunate break for the Big Sticks. They keep him alive. Sanders on to second base. He has his 36th stolen base of the year. That one is thrown in the dirt, and a nice stop by Pollum, allowing Sanders not to advance. 1-2 pitch coming up. Napston from the stretch looks back at second and now delivers. That one is ripped well down the right field line, but foul. Hits the top of the shed, and that probably would have been gone if that was fair. That ball was crushed. Souza Paului has 7 home runs on the year. That's the 5th most on the team. That one blooped into left field, this time also foul. I think he barely got a piece of it, now almost left the park. 316 to the poles at Corbett Field, but it's 415 to dead straight center field. 1-2 pitch, that one fouled back. Off the mask of pollen, actually knocks it off. It'll keep it 1-2. So 2 more hits for the Big Sticks, as well as 1 more run. Just 1 man out with Nathan Sanders on second base. Napston comes set. Here's a 1-2 pitch to Souza Paului. Now one of the dirt hits the mask again and pops off to the right side, and Chase Mapson tracks it down. Foul territory on the first base line, and that will advance Sanders on over to third. Sack fly can now make this 4-0.
Here we go, Big Six. Here we go.
Big Six have one of 3 players from the University of Kansas. That one foul.
Big Six. Here we go.
You have Souza Palui, Connor Van Cleve, and Dylan Ditzenberger.
Here we go, Big Six.
Love to get more Power 5 players in the Expedition League to keep it growing and keep it thriving. 2-2 pitch. Check swing, that one in the dirt. Did he go? No, he did not. Now we'll make it 3-2. We'd love to get some more Power 5 players for the Sabre Dogs as well, as this past year they had Luke Quick from the University of Oklahoma. He headed back this past Friday. 3-2 pitch. Swing on, grounded to the first baseman, Bresner Mendoza. There goes the runner home, and the throw is going to be in time. Double play. Good job by Bresner Mendoza. The pitcher playing first base has to get the man out of home. So the Big Sticks get just one run. It is now 3-0. Led to the top of the third. Sabre Dogs back up at the plate. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball.
Z94 is Minot's only station for today's hit music. The Z94 audience is an active one, targeting your 18 to 42-year-olds. The Z94 listener is a need-to-know listener. They do product research. From product and customer satisfaction reviews, our Z94 audience has their smart devices at their fingertips. That's why you need to be with Z94, because we're in front of our listeners and your customers with our in-demand services like streaming, podcasts, social media. And since we brand to our specific audience, we know how to market your business. Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
You had a long day? An alcoholic beverage sound good right about now? Sewers River Brewing Company has you covered. They use the most locally sourced and freshest ingredients available to create quality beers and food. Sewers River Brewing Company sources food and grains from their neighbors to maintain our local economy and to serve you. Be sure to stop by Sewers River Brewing Company, a true North Dakota experience. Sabre Dogs now trail 3-0 after giving up a run in the bottom of the second thanks to an RBI single by Nathan Sanders. Sabre Dogs have the 8-9-1 batters coming up. It'll be Wilson Rubion, Jace Mapston, and Philip Childs. So far, it's been a rough start to the game for the Sabre Dogs. They'll try to make up for it right here as Wilson Rubion batting .283 on the season. Batting in the 8th spot, the outfielder from Paris Junior College. Wind up in the pitch from Barrington. That one in there for a strike. And on the season, Rubion with 41 hits, 15 runs, 6 doubles, and 14 RBI. 0-1 pitch. That one gets past Wilson Rubion. That one in on the ankles. Rubion coming off a bit of a rough patch against the Trappers. Went 3 for 17. And prior to that was red hot to finish up that road trip. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2, and a half-hearted swing there. Batting average got up over 300 for a few games and has come back down. See if he can't finish off the season over 300 with a couple hits tonight. 1-2 pitch. That one fouled down the third base line, and that will keep it at 1-2. Sabre Dogs got 1 hit in the previous inning from Marcelo Terrazas. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball hit towards left center field, hanging, and that will be caught by the sliding Kaimana Souza Palui. Nice play out there in left, and that will be out number 1. So that will bring up Jace Mapston. Has played a total of 4 games as a designated hitter for the Sabre Dogs, and that was the first road trip of the season when they were in Brandon, and then they played 3 games here. And in that stretch, he went 2 for 13 with a run and an RBI double, as well as 3 strikeouts. First pitch in there for strike 1. A 1 pitch. That one ripped into right center field, base hit into the gap, and Mapston is going to head for two as it gets away from the center fielder, Nathan Sanders, and that's going to be his second double of the season. So both of the Sabre Dogs hits have come from pitchers, and that will bring up Philip Childs. See if he can't bring him in. Philip Childs is one of those game-in type of players who is inconsistent. He'll rather have a hitless game or he'll go off for 3 or 4 hits. See if he can't have one of those big nights tonight. First pitch. Now one hit towards right field, out of play for strike one. And he's more on the side of those 3-hit games as he has a batting average of .346. Fortunately, coming off a 0-for-5 game on Sunday against the Trappers. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Now misses outside. Make it 1-1. So in 4 of the last 6 games, Philip Childs led off with a base hit. Unable to do that tonight. See if he can't make up for it right here. Base hit would likely mean a run for the Sabre Dogs. Swing and a miss was behind that breaking ball. Pitched by Barrington, and that'll make it 1-2. Barrington comes set. Nobody holding on Mapston. Barrington doesn't look over. 1-2 pitch, there goes Mapston, and that one in there for strike 3. Throw down to third is in time. A fantastic catch by Garrett Dupuis as he extends and makes the tag, and that will be a double play. Strike him out, throw him out to end the inning. So we will head to the bottom of the third. Sabre Dogs continue to fail to bring home a runner. We'll be right back with more Sabre Dogs baseball playoff edition.
Planet Pizza has become Minot's premier party location. Whether it's a birthday, team, family, school, or church get-together, they have everything to make your event out of this world. From arcade games to bouncy houses, they provide fun for all ages. Planet Pizza has been Minot's best pizza place for over 20 years. Don't let the fun fool you. Their pizza is fresh and delicious every time. To book a party or to order, call 701-852-1700. The Sleep in Minot is the #1 favorite place to stay when visiting. The Wi-Fi is always free and the breakfast is always hot and delicious. It's also the most convenient hotel for the kids when they want to hang out at the Dakota Splashdown Water Park. For the grown-ups, the hotel is attached to the Dakota Square Mall so you can shop till you drop. Then in the evening, be sure and stop in at the best-kept secret lounge for a drink. The Sleep in Minot is a proud sponsor of the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, the largest sleep in North America, where everyone dreams better.
Sabre Dogs trail 3-0 as Jason Mapston is done for the day as Matt Sartwell comes in, the right-hander from Minot State University. Coming off a pretty good outing this past Sunday against the Superior Trappers, came in for 2 innings and got the win. See if he can't start things going here with the pitching for the Sabre Dogs, which has been off to a little bit of a rough start. So he will face the 2-3-4 batters, Michael Furman, Bryson Ford, and Connor Van Cleve. As coming in hot by Lecrae comes on, hopefully Sartwell can come in hot here. Take a look at Sartwell's season stats on the year, a record of 2-2 with an 8.28 ERA. Pitching now in his 18th game as a Sabre Dog, which leads the team. He started 2 games with a 29 1/3 innings experience. 31 strikeouts, 19 walks, and 28 hits for a 160 whip and 9.51 strikeouts per 9 innings. So the Sabre Dogs finished with a 4.71 team ERA to finish off as they were able to pitch very well in their final homestand and the end of the road stand in Nebraska, as the ERA actually got up at above 5 and then since then just slowly started declining, and as mentioned at 4.71 with a 140 whip. First pitch from Sartwell, a breaking ball, that's in there for strike 1. Beautiful pitch from Sartwell. 8.22 strikeouts per 9 innings for the Sabre Dogs in the 2019 Expedition League regular season. One pitch, that one popped up, and that'll be out of play, and that will make it 0-2. So the Sabre Dogs finished with a record of 30-12 against Lewis Division opponents, 13-5 on the road, and 17-7 at home, but an 8-14 record against Clark Division opponents, just 3-12 on the road, and 5-2 at home, with a 2-8 road stand in Nebraska at the end of July. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And that one misses upstairs, and that will make it 1-2. So overall, the Sabre Dogs finished 14-2 against the Wheat City Whiskey Jacks, 7-1 at both home and on the road. You're 5-1 against the Pier Trappers, as the 1-2 pitch misses as well, make it 2-2. 1-5 against the Big Sticks at the end of the regular season, at least. And as for the Hub City Hot Shots, they finished 10-4, 4-2 at Fossum Field in Aberdeen, 6-2 Corbett. 2-2 pitch, that one's popped up in the air, and that one will get out of play. And that will keep it at 2-2 still. Nobody out, nobody on here in the bottom of the third. Sabre Dogs trail 3-0 here at Dakota Community Bank and Trust Ballpark. That is really a mouthful. First time I came through here, just called it Astoria Field. Well, that is just what the field is called, but ballpark is abbreviated as DCBT Ballpark, as that one's swing and miss for out number 1. Nice strikeout for Matt Sartwell. That will bring up Bryson Ford, who struck out his first time up. So the Sabre Dogs on the overall season finished with a record of 38-26. They finished 6.5 games back of the Badlands Big Sticks, and they were able to go 21-12 in the second half, or excuse me, 22-12 rather, as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Just one game back of the Big Sticks, who finished 22-10. Now misses low and away for ball 2. They finished 3 games up on the Pier Trappers to get to the playoffs. It's a winner-take-all series at Corbett Field, August 1st through the 4th. That one fouled back into the screen. Make it 2-1. So all the Sabre Dogs needed to do was win 2 games in that series. They went and they swept it. They finished the regular season with a 6-game winning streak, winning 2 against the Hot Shots, and then all 4 against the Trappers. 2-1 pitch, that one in on the hands, in there for strike 2, but he called strike 3. That has happened many times this season, which is just absolutely ridiculous. If I had a nickel for every time I saw that, well, I'd have about 20 cents, but still, it shouldn't have happened at all. 2-2 pitch, that one outside for ball 3. And that has happened actually once against us, and it was mainly because the ump was mad at one of our batters. I don't remember who this was against, but I do remember this happening. 2-2 pitch fell back in the screen, and that will keep it at 2-2. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I really hope that next year they can get some umpires that improve. If you have the same guys, hopefully they can improve in the offseason, take some courses that can kind of improve their officiating. That one has popped up to right field, now will be out of play. Now we'll be off the fence and kick back into the Sabre Dogs bullpen. So the count is full here, 1 out, nobody aboard. Bryson Ford at the plate for the Big Sticks, best hitter in the league. Against the Sabre Dogs, definitely not anywhere near his season average, as that one misses the dirt for ball 4. Batting just .267 against Service Valley. Mentioned .418 on the year. And that will bring up Connor Van Cleve. RBI infield base hit his first time up, as it was fielded by the second baseman, St. Powers, but I think Bresner Mendoza wasn't quite sure what to do, and he wasn't covering the bag, and he was able to reach safely. Sartwell comes set. First pitch, and that one in there, strike 1. Sabre Dogs trail 3-0 here in Dickinson, North Dakota, against the Badlands Big Sticks, divisional round. Sartwell comes set, looks over first. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one, breaking ball, and that nice scoop by St. Powers gets 1, throw over to first, and Bresner Mendoza can't handle it. Rolls all the way to the fence, and Van Cleve is going to reach second. So that will go down as an E6. That will put Van Cleve aboard. And he advances all the way to second. As for Bryson Ford, he is out. And that will bring up Mason Schwellenbach. Schwellenbach reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. Fight for Me by Gavi is walk-up song. Excellent choice. Digging the walk-up songs for the Big Sticks so far. Now a mound visit here. Now will give us an opportunity to take a look at how the other game is going on. As of right now, it looks like it is 2-0 in favor of the Western Nebraska Pioneers. They are in the top of the third. Western Nebraska has scored in both of their innings so far. So in the second inning for the Pioneers, well, the play-by-play goes a little bit too quick there for me, so we'll go ahead and just leave it at the score for now. Here comes the first pitch, and that one misses low and in for ball 1 to Mason Schwellenbach. It's been a fantastic asset for the Big Sticks this season. RBI opportunity right here to keep extending their lead as they have scored in every inning so far. That one ripped into center field for base hit. Rounding third, heading home was Van Cleve, and the throw will be cut off by Brezza Mendoza, and that will make it 4-0. RBI single by Mason Schwellenbach. So that will bring up Dylan Ditzenberger, 0 for 1 today, a fly out to center field. So far, 6 hits already on the day for the Big Sticks. This has already been one of the best performances offensively against the Sabre Dogs from the Big Sticks this season. First pitch misses outside and low for ball 1. Took a fantastic relief effort by Bradley Spooner to give the Sabre Dogs a 4-3 win, and their only win against the Big Sticks this season here at Astoria Field. 1-0 pitch, that one's upstairs. That'll make it 2-0. The base is loaded in the bottom of the 9th, and Spooner was able to get out of it with it was a very shaky inning. He started the season a little bit rough, but he was able to get into the rhythm, and of course, only 1 earned run in 39 innings for an ERA of 0.23. 2-0 pitch. That one popped up, fouled out of play, and that will make 2-1. And unfortunately, he was unable to finish the season with the team as he left after the All-Star break, as so did a lot of Sabre Dogs pitchers, including Xavier Caldwell and George Loxtercamp, as well as Colton Bridges. And after that, they got off to a slow start and kind of stumbled away towards the finish line, but still made it to the playoffs, and here they are. And that one misses upstairs. And I say stumbled their way into the playoffs, but they did finish with a 6-game winning streak. 3-1 pitch coming up from Matt Sartwell. Looks over at first. Trying to keep Schwellenbach over there. 3-1 pitch. Now on a hit to the shortstop, Edwards, and unable to play it right. It goes past his glove into center field. Heading over to third, and that one is going to be stopped by Phil Childs. And getting all the way over to second base is Dylan Ditzenberger, as that'll go down as a hit. I'll go down as a single, and he advanced to second on an error. So that will bring up Garrett Dupuis. Flew out to center his first time up. 2 gone here with 2 aboard, both in scoring position. Swing and a miss ahead of that breaking ball for strike 1. So far, 1 run here in the bottom of the third is a 4-0 Big Sticks lead. Start well. Rests, now delivers. And that one misses up and away. And that will make it 1-1. 7 total hits for the Big Sticks. And that continues to grow as they have just been hitting so well here tonight and pretty much all season. On this outside for ball 2. Mentioned .316 team batting average. Pretty much leading in every single offensive statistical category. 2-1 pitch. Now misses upstairs for ball 3. Back-to-back ABs with a 3-1 count. Of course, Ditzenberger put that last one in center field. 3-1 pitch. That one misses outside for a 5-pitch walk. That will load the bases. So the base is juiced and 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. That will bring up the catcher, Braden Olson. Reached on a double his first time up. Came around to score. Olson from Barton Community College in Barton, Kansas. Part of the KJCCC. One of the best community college conferences in the country. First pitch, and that one misses inside for ball 1. And it was announced earlier this afternoon that Last Chance U is going to move to California. It'll no longer be in Independence, Kansas. 0-1-0 pitch, and that one misses inside. I believe it was at Independence for 2 seasons, I believe. It started in Mississippi and moved north to Kansas and went to a college that really hasn't been relevant in about 30 years. 2-0 pitch. Now on rip to the third baseman, Philip Childs, and they will throw over to first. Get the force out to end the inning. So the Big Sticks strand 3, but they bring in 1. As it is now 4-0. We will head to the top of the fourth, see if the Sabre Dogs can answer.
Trinity Health is a nonprofit healthcare system serving northwest and central North Dakota and eastern Montana. With a care hospital in Minot, more than 40 specialties, several rural health clinics, and a long-term facility, Trinity provides a full complement of healthcare services to the region. Since 1922, they have been committed to looking ahead and improving in ways that provide the best, most compassionate care for their patients, families, and communities. Trinity Health, where their mission is, being committed to preserving and improving the quality of health to the people they serve. Know what's below. Call before you dig. Whether you call 811 ITIC to file your locate requests, North Dakota One Call makes sure you're able to navigate the one call process as easy as possible. Whether you're a professional contractor working on a project or a novice homeowner just installing a fence, contact us every time you dig to ensure no underground lines are damaged. It's easy, and it's the law. Dig safe.
105.3 The Fox is Minot's only rock station, playing the active rock of today, reaching your male audience 18 to 52, and getting your message to their ears.
I'm listening.
And 105.3 The Fox can be heard on over 2,000 smart devices across the country. And with our iHeartRadio app, from radio to stream, web, and social media, we've got your bases covered. If you're needing to reach a male audience, we are your radio station.
105.3 The Fox.
Sabre Dogs trail 4-0. We'll see what happens here with the Sabre Dogs as they bring up Nathaniel Bresner Mendoza, Dylan Roach, and Marcelo Terrazas coming up here in the top of the fourth as we reach the second portion of the game, as we have a third of the game in the books. Sabre Dogs only with 2 hits, as well as 2 defensive errors, and giving up 7 hits, and of course 4 runs. So Bresner Mendoza coming to the plate once again. He struck out his first time up, and has only came to the plate and not struck out once. And that one in there for a strike. Bresner Mendoza, when he swings, he steps out a little bit, which is definitely not what you're supposed to do in there. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Wind up in the pitch. Barrington not wasting any time here. Is that one outside? Make it 1-2. As you step outside, and you immediately take away any chance at hitting any pitch outside on the corner. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss on an outside fastball for strike 3. Good job by Barrington of exposing that. And that'll be 1 down as Barrington picks up his 6th strikeout of the game. That'll bring up Dylan Roach. 0 for 1 with a strikeout his first time up. Still waiting for his first hit as a Sabre Dog. Making his 3rd start of the night. Came into tonight's game 0 for 4 with 2 stolen bases and a strikeout. First pitch. And that one in there on the inside corner for strike 1, a fastball. A 1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Nice changeup by Barrington. Roach is the beer batter of the night. Roach strikes out. Everyone here gets discounted beer. 0-2 pitch. And that one in the dirt misses away, and that will make it 1-2. Terrazas coming up. He has one of the 2 Sabre Dogs base hits on the evening. See if the local kid can get a base hit right here. 1-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not, says home plate umpire. And they now appeal as confirm it. And that will keep it, or that will make it 2-2. Swing and miss, strike 3. That is 3 consecutive strikeouts by Malik Barrington. Number 7 of the day. And that will bring up Marcelo Terrazas. Got his first hit as a Sabre Dog in his first at-bat in the second inning. It's the first pitch in there for a strike. See if he can't get another one right here. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on an outside fastball, and that will make it 0-2. Oh, 2 swing and a miss, strike 3. So 4 consecutive strikeouts now for Barrington. He strikes out the side, and that will send us to the bottom of the 4th. It'll be Sanders, Souza Palui, and Furman coming up for the Big Sticks after a minute break. Listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball.
Z94 is Minot's only station for today's hit music. The Z94 audience is an active one, targeting your 18 to 42-year-olds. The Z94 listener is a need-to-know listener. They do product research. For product and customer satisfaction reviews, our Z94 audience has their smart devices at their fingertips. That's why you need to be with Z94, because we're in front of our listeners and your customers with our in-demand services, podcasts, social media, and since we brand to our specific audience, we know how to market your business. Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
You had a long day? An alcoholic beverage sound good right about now? Souris River Brewing Company has you covered. They use the most locally sourced and freshest ingredients available to create quality beers and food. Souris River Brewing Company sources food and grains from their neighbors to maintain our local economy and to serve you. Be sure to stop by Souris River Brewing Company, a true North Dakota experience.
$840.
4 goose eggs for the Sabre Dogs offense. As for the pitching, they have allowed 4 runs. It is 4-0 going into the bottom of the 4th. It'll be Nathan Sanders, Kaimana Souza Palui, and Michael Furman coming up. Nathan Sanders, his first time up, reached with an RBI single. He was able to advance to second on a steal and reach third on a wild pitch. It was thrown out at home by Nathaniel Bresner Mendoza. He'll try to keep the offense going as he leads the league in home runs with 14. So he will stand in against Matt Sartwell. Sartwell gave up a couple hits, a couple walks, and a run last inning. First pitch. Foul tip, and that will make it 0-1. So the Sabre Dogs already went through a third of all their pitchers so far. So they're on their second pitcher of the game. So Mapston went 2 innings, gave up 3 earned runs. And that one misses low end away, and that will make it 1-1. 2 defensive errors for the Sabre Dogs so far, as they've been able to, or they have to kind of move things around, have some pitchers play in the field, as that one popped up and out of play for strike 2. Those of you just joining us, Sabre Dogs have just 12 total players here in Dickinson, North Dakota for this divisional round game. So they have Marcelo Terrazas, a right-handed pitcher, in left field. They have Nathan Bresner Mendoza from Portland University at first base. And they have Jason Mapston also batting, despite starting on the mound. They had to scratch the designated hitter position, as that one misses away, and that will make it 2-2. A nice breaking ball, unfortunately, just barely missed the strike zone, says the home plate umpire. 2-2 pitch, and that one misses up for ball 3. 3-2 pitch, that misses outside for ball 4. So a lot of people would say the reason for the Big Six success at the plate is because of their small ballpark. Well, they've been hitting just as good, if not better, on the road. It has just been overall a phenomenal hitting season for the Badlands Big Sticks, and they're really continuing that here tonight. Overall has been the best offensive performance so far against the Sabre Dogs for the Big Sticks. As overall against the Sabre Dogs, they have struggled a little bit. Batting .272, I say struggle lightly, of course, because .272 against Sabre Dogs pitching is pretty solid, considering they're the second best pitching team in the league, as that one's fouled out away for strike 1. Emana Souza Palui coming up to the plate for the third time tonight. 1 for 2 with a single run and a stolen base. Sanders over at first, reached via the walk. President Mendoza holding him on. Here comes the 0-1. Up and away, and that will even the count. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. Sartwell comes set. He's over at first. Delivers. That one a little blooper. Foul down the third base line. Philip Childs playing third base for the Sabre Dogs. Second time he has done that. He did it on Sunday's game against the Trappers. He started second for 1 inning and moved over to third for the rest of the game. 1-2 pitch. That's fouled out of play. I'll make it 1-2. We actually have a defensive change. We have Dylan Roach now in left field and Marcel Terrazas out in right. Putting the more athletic of the two out in left field. Terrazas already with an error on the night. 1-2 pitch. There goes the runner. Breaking ball. That one misses. Throw down to second is not in time. Sanders with his second stolen base of the day and his 37th of the year. Love a strikeout right here, the 2-2 count. Swing and a miss, there it is, strike 3, and that will be out number 1. Souza Palui down swinging, and that will bring up Michael Furman. 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a steal as well as a run.
Shortstop number 1, Michael Furman.
No action in either bullpen. There goes Sanders again. That pitch misses high. Throw down to third, and that is not in time. Back-to-back stolen bases for Sanders. Now a pop fly deep enough and out in the outfield will bring home Nathan Sanders for their 5th run of the game. Trying to keep their streak alive of scoring in every single inning. 1-0 pitch, that one misses upstairs. Now we get 2-0. Paul was ready to fire that right back as soon as he caught it, but Sartwell kind of turned away a little bit. For sure was not happy with himself there with that pitch. Here comes the 2-0 pitch now from the righty from Minot State University. Swing and a miss ahead of that breaking ball. Nice pitch, and that will be strike 1. Furman circles around home plate. Furman against the Sabre Dogs, just 2 for 4. He only has played in 1 game against the Sabre Dogs. On the season, batting .325, has 30 RBI on the season. Could get more here, as that one misses for ball 3. 50 hits, 48 runs, 9 doubles, 6 triples, and 17 stolen bases. .3-1 pitch. And that one misses, and that'll put runners on the corners. Another look at the Fremont Western Nebraska game. And another run put up by the Pioneers makes it 3-0. It's a Will Olson home run. Runner goes down to second, no throw, and that'll be the easiest stolen base of the season for Badlands right there as Furman takes second base. Now both runners in scoring position. So Bryson Ford this evening, 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. That one is in there for a strike to even up the count. Big gap, opposite field, and that one misses away for ball 2. Sam Powers kind of trying to hold on. Michael Furman over at second, not really necessary, and Bresner Mendoza kind of hugging first base a little bit tight. 2-1 pitch. 1 for 2 with an RBI single as well as reaching on an error. He has 1 run so far tonight. That one misses up 1. Baseball at the University of Kansas getting a lot better as of late. Finishing in the top half of the conference. Something that they haven't done in a long time. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball, that one misses low, and that'll make it 2-0. Really surprised that Texas finished dead last year in the Big 12. Started in the preseason top 10 and just lost a lot of conference games. All that money pouring into that program, really surprised that was the output. Is that one in there for a strike in the outside corner? Make it 2-1 from Sartwell. Would love to see Van Cleve get more time out on the field for the Jayhawks, as he already played in a bunch of games last season. The way he's playing this season really has earned an every night start at KU. And that one hitting the right center field, that's another base hit. So Ford advances to just second, and that will bring up Mason Schwembach once again. Schwembach with an RBI single in the 3rd inning. Also reached via fielder's choice back in the 1st. First pitch. Foul tip, and that would have been ball 1 as it was up and in. Hands of Schwellenbach, but he fouls it back. Runners on first and second, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Big Sticks leads 6-0. 0-1 pitch, that one popped in the air on the first base side, heading over, and his hat being knocked off is Bresner Mendoza, and it goes out of play by just a little bit, and Bresner Mendoza mad at himself that he gave up on that play. Sabre Dogs are in their baby blue unis with gray pants and their road gray hats. As for the Big Sticks, they're in their white on whites with their red hats. No 2 pitch. And that one misses low, and that will make it 1-2. Reminder that the winner of this game will take on the winner of the Western Nebraska Fremont game in the championship round. A best of 3 series, as that one missed outside, and that will make it 2-2. If the Sabre Dogs do come back and win this game, then they would have home field advantage on the move, but not the Pioneers. 2-2 pitch. That one's hit well towards left field, but not well enough. It got a little bit too under it as Dylan Roach gets under the ball, and that will be caught. Had a lot of hang time on it, and that will be out number 2. So that will bring up Dylan Ditzenberger, 1 for 2 on the day. So we haven't even played half of this game yet, and everyone except for Garrett Dupuis has a base hit. Here comes the first pitch from Sartwell. And that one fouled out of play on the third base side for strike 1. So 2 gone, runners still on first and second. Already given up 2 runs thanks to a 2 RBI single by Bryson Ford. Here's the 0-1 pitch now. That one hitting the left field for another base hit. That is number 10 on the game. That'll score 1 run, and they're going to hold Van Cleve on third, and that will make it 7-0. So Ford scores from second, and Van Cleve advances from first to third, an RBI single from Dylan Ditzenberger. That will bring up Garrett Dupuis. I mentioned that he does not hit here tonight, only Big Stick without a hit, which is crazy because, well, he's been the best hitter for the Big Sticks against the Sabre Dogs. He's 10 for 20, 2 runs, 2 doubles, and 5 RBI. First pitch, that one fouled back, and that will make it 0-1. Has the most hits against the Sabre Dogs, 10 of their 52 coming into today's game. Here tonight, 0 for 1 with a walk. Everyone has reached base. The 1 pitch now, and that one misses away. Breaking ball, make it 1-1. Runners on second and third now. 2 outs. So that was actually a double my mistake. Not a whole lot of extra bases to be had here at Astoria Field as that one misses for ball 2. Just the second extra base hit of the evening. Two 2-1 pitch. That one popped up in the air, a little blooper towards shallow right field. And that will be watched by the second baseman, Sam Powers, as he runs out to make that play for out number 3. The Sabre Dogs give up the inning with 3 to make it 7-0 Big Sticks lead. We'll head to the top of the 5th. Sabre Dogs coming up. We'll be right back.
Planet Pizza has become Minot's premier party location. Whether it's a birthday, team, family, school, or church get-together, they have everything to make your event out of this world. From arcade games to bouncy houses, they provide fun for all ages. Planet Pizza has been Minot's best pizza place for over 20 years. Don't let the fun fool you. Their pizza is fresh and delicious every time. To book a party or to order, call 701-852-1700. The Sleep in Minot is the #1 favorite place to stay when visiting. The Wi-Fi is always free and the breakfast is always hot and delicious. It's also the most convenient hotel for the kids when they want to hang out at the Dakota Splashdown Water Park. For the grown-ups, the hotel is attached to the Dakota Square Mall so you can shop till you drop. Then in the evening, be sure and stop in at the best-kept secret lounge for a drink. The Sleep in Minot is a proud sponsor of the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, the largest sleep in North America, where everyone dreams better.
Mix 99.9, Minot's variety station. Mix puts our personality and music focus on adult women, whether it's the moms at home or at work, to those that are business owners, or the women who have declared 50 is the new 30. Let Mix go to work for you, playing a variety of music from the 80s, 90s, and today, and can be heard on over 2,000 smart devices all across the country with our iHeartRadio app. From radio to streaming, web, and social media, we've got you covered. We are Mix 99.9, Minot's variety station.
A long wait for Malik Barrington in between innings. A big inning for Badlands, and Barrington coming in after striking out 4 consecutive Sabre Dogs in a row, leading all the way back to the 3rd inning. He'll take on Jace Edwards, Drew Palm, and Sam Powers for the 2nd time. That portion of the order, 0 for 3 on the evening with 2 strikeouts. He has 8 strikeouts on the evening. It's just been a fantastic night from the righty from Albany State University. Just 2 hits for the Sabre Dogs, those coming from Marcelo Terrazas and Jace Mapston. The Sabre Dogs finished the year batting .270 as a squad. Not even close to where Badlands is. Not really because the Sabre Dogs have been hitting poor, but more so Badlands has been heads above everyone else at the plate as that one misses outside for ball 1. Both Badlands and Souris Valley at pretty small parks, probably 2 smallest parks in the league, as that one misses inside, and that will make it 2-0. Sabre Dogs overall 4th best hitting team in the league. 2-0 pitch. And that one misses outside. Actually, they're 3rd, my mistake. They're just behind the 2 division leaders. Western Nebraska 2nd and the Big Six Force 1st. 3-0 pitch, and that one misses as well. 4-pitch walk to Edwards. First walk of the night for Barrington. So that will bring up Drew Palm, 0 for 1 with a flyout to the second baseman. Just the 3rd base runner of the evening for the Sabre Dogs. Edwards with a pretty small lead over at first. Does have some wheels. First pitch, foul tip into the glove of the catcher Olsen for strike one. Unfortunately for the Sabre Dogs, a lot of the stolen bases are no longer here, with Dennison Callier and Josh Payno no longer on the team. They all had 20 plus. Do still have Philip Childs, who leads the team with 34. There goes Edwards, pitches in there for a strike, throw down to second, out of the glove of the shortstop Furman, and that will be the first stolen base of the day for the Sabre Dogs. Mapson tried to steal third back in the third inning and was caught stealing. As for the Big Sticks, they've just been running all over Drew Palm so far tonight. So once again, a runner in scoring position. Second time this has happened this evening. Nobody out here in the top of the fifth. And what has been a problem for the Sabre Dogs all season has so far haunted them here tonight, and that's leaving runners stranded in scoring position. Here is the 0-2 pitch from Barrington. That one hit into left field, and now dropping for a base hit. They're going to wave around Edwards, and the Sabre Dogs are going to be on the board. Going down to second is Pollum, and he is going to be out at second. Great throw from Sousa Paului, and that will make it 7-1 with Edwards scoring from second. Now Corey Thompson coming out to talk it briefly over with the second base umpire. So the Sabre Dogs get their third hit of the game, but still trail by 6. St. Powers watches ball one go by him on the outside corner. Struck out his first time up in the second inning. Batting .234 on the year. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike one. So although he batted .234 in the season, he actually batted .302 in the second half in 16 games. 19 hits, 63 ABs with 7 runs, 5 doubles, a triple, a home run, 7 RBI, and 4 stolen bases. And that one in there for strike two. Powers brings his consistency to the plate. Mentioned he's coming off a .429 average series against the Trappers, going 6 for 14. 1-2 pitch, and that one there, but he went around. And that will be a second strikeout of the day. As for Barrington, that is his 9th. So that will bring up Wilson Ruby on with 2 down and nobody on. Ruby on flew out to left field his first time up. Barrington continuing to work from the windup here. Rocks and fires. First pitch in there on the outside corner for strike one. So on deck is Matt Sartwell, as he is filling in for Jason Mapston, who started the evening. One pitch, that one is hit into left field, and that will be caught by Sousa Paului for the final out. Sabre Dogs get a run, an RBI single by Drew Palm. He was going out at second base, bring home Jace Edwards, led to the bottom of the fifth, got half the game in the books. You're listening to the 2019 Lewis Divisional Playoff.
Baseball is America's game. It brings people together, and there's nothing better for community than people coming together. Thank you, Sabre Dogs, for providing entertainment, a family-friendly environment, and good sportsmanship to our town. These simple moments, sharing time with loved ones, create everlasting memories, and will always be in the cheering section, rooting for the home team. First Western Bank and Trust, we're not just here for you, we are you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Forward Communication provides you an opportunity to get your message heard on radio stations all across the region. They have several syndicated radio reports you can partner on, including Ag Issues, which gives an agronomy perspective to regional agriculture, Outdoor Issues, which discusses North Dakota hunting and fishing, and Training Camp Today, which gives listeners an inside look at Minnesota Vikings training camp. Call Forward Communication at 720-0007. That's 720-0007.
back here in Dickinson, North Dakota. And the other game going on right now between Fremont and Western Nebraska is apparently in a delay. Here in the bottom of the third is where they left off, and the Big Sticks, or rather the Pioneers, lead 3-0. As so far, Fremont without a single hit. So we'll keep an eye out on that moving forward. Hopefully they can get that game going here shortly. As Ty Bothwell on the mound for the Pioneers, their ace, has been phenomenal all season long with a 1.20 ERA. So now coming in for the Sabre Dogs has been their best pitcher as of late, and that's Chase Grillo. Comes in the game here in the bottom of the fifth with a record of 3-2, a 2.57 ERA. He's pitching in his 18th game, which is tied for the most with Matt Starwell. He is a total of 1 save and 28 innings pitched with 39 strikeouts, 12 walks, and 15 hits allowed. A minuscule whip of just 0.96 and 12.54 strikeouts per 9 innings. One of the very few strikeout pitchers for the Sabre Dogs, so Chase Grillo will come in and hit to lead off the top of the sixth. Swing and a miss, strike one. And at the plate for the Big Sticks is Braden Olson, 1 for 2 with a double and a run. Big Sticks leads 7-1 with 10 hits here. There's that one in there for strike two.
Costume race on the Big Six dugout, please.
Sabre Dogs don't really have a whole lot of strikeout pitchers, have a lot of ground ball pitchers. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but Grillo is a nice change of pace for the Sabre Dogs pitching staff. 0-2 pitch, that one misses outside, trying to get Olsen to chase, does not do so. That will make it 1-2. Mentioned 8.22 strikeouts per 9 innings for Sabre Dogs pitching. 1-2 pitch. Now misses outside for ball 2. Fastball missing on the outside corner. Grillo not happy with himself there, slapping his glove at the ball in disgust. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, that one hit to the third baseman Phil Childs. Throw to first in time, and that will be out number 1. So that will bring up Nathan Sanders, who will finish up the third time through the hitting order. 1 for 1 in his 2 plate appearances with a single and a walk. He has 3 stolen bases with an RBI, as well as a run. First pitch, and that one is in there for strike 1. So coming into today's game, Nathan Sanders hitless against the Sabre Dogs, 0 for 7 with 4 strikeouts. Was able to break that spell back in the second inning with an RBI single. That one ripped into the gap in right field for a base hit. That'll be his second of the evening. One of 3 Big Sticks with a multi-hit day already. So that will bring up the 4th time through the hitting order. Leading off is Kaimana Suzapalui. 1 for 3 with a single all the way back to lead the game off. Go back over to first, and not going to be able to get Sanders on a pickoff move. See if he gets his 4th stolen base of the day. Grillo sets. Swing and miss. Ring ball in the inside corner, and that will make it 0-1. So the Sabre Dogs with just 3 hits so far. As for the Big Sticks, they have 11. Played just half of this ball game so far. Here comes the 0-1. That one grounded into the same spot as Sanders, and they're going to hold Sanders at second. And that will bring up Michael Furman for the 4th time tonight. Suzapalui now with a multi-hit day. Furman is 1 for 2 with an RBI single, a strikeout, and 2 stolen bases with 2 runs. First pitch, that one on the outside corner misses for ball 1. Really has been a fantastic season for Grillo on the mound. They've really thrown him out there in a lot of scenarios in a very short span of time compared to some of the other Sabre Dogs pitchers. 1-0 pitch, and that one misses outside, same spot, same results. Matt Sartwell also with 18 games pitched. He has been with the team since the beginning, though. As Grillo joined a few weeks into the season. 2-0 pitch. Swing on and miss, and that'll make it 2-1. Kind of surprised the Sabre Dogs haven't been more aggressive in holding on the runners here with how aggressive the Big Sticks have been on the base paths. Second baseman Powers kind of drifting over there, but not really in the area. Sanders could easily steal third if he wants to. 2-1 pitch. Now one gets away from Pollum, and they're both going to get second and third. Still just one away here in the bottom of the fifth. Big Sticks trying to keep their streak alive of scoring in every single inning and looking pretty favorable right here. Runners on second and third and just one out. Three-one pitch. Now one out of play, and that will make the count full. Goes out to the parking lot. Half of the Sabre Dogs pitchers have been spent so far as we're halfway through this game. 2 innings for Mapston, 2 for Sartwell, and so far a third of an inning for Chase Grillo. Payoff pitch. Now one hit to right field, and that will be another base hit. And another run. Now make it 8-1. Second RBI single of the day for Furman. And that is their 13th hit on the night. And that will bring up Bryson Ford, 1 for 2, with a 2 RBI single last inning. RBI 55 and 56. Now a nice scoop by Drew Pollum. Avoids that from letting it go to the backstop, and that will be ball 1. So Souza Palui advancing to third. And Furman on at first. 1-0 pitch. And that one in there. That will even the count at 1-1. Well, a pitch, that one misses low and away. Sabre Dogs are going to need a miracle to come back in this one. I mentioned that they have just 12 total players here, 6 pitchers and 6 position players. They have some of their pitchers play in the field defensively. 2-1 pitch, and that one hit up the middle and right at the second baseman Power. So back to first in time. That will be a double play, and that will end the inning. Nice heads-up play by Sam Powers. We'll head to the top of the 6th. Sabre Dogs trail 8-1.
Baseball is America's game. It brings people together, and there's nothing better for community than people coming together. Thank you, Sabre Dogs, for providing entertainment, a family-friendly environment, and good sportsmanship to our town. These simple moments, sharing time with loved ones, create everlasting memories, and will always be in the cheering section, rooting for the home team. First Western Bank and Trust, we're not just here for you, we are you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Forward Communication provides you an opportunity to get your message heard on radio stations all across the region. They have several syndicated radio reports you can partner on, including Ag Issues, which gives an agronomy perspective to regional agriculture, Outdoor Issues, which discusses North Dakota hunting and fishing, and Training Camp Today, which gives listeners an inside look at Minnesota Vikings training camp. Call Forward Communication at 720-0007. That's 720-0007.
Malik Barrington still on the mound for the Big Sticks, and why would they go with anyone else? He has allowed just 3 hits and 1 walk and has gotten 9 strikeouts. So he will face Chase Grillo, Philip Childs, and Nathaniel Bresner Mendoza. Jason Mavson had the lone at-bat in the 3rd inning and got a double. So see how Grillo does right here with his first at bat as a Sabre Dog. And there towards the end of the year, had quite a few pitchers getting at bat, including Cody Waters. Well, I guess he didn't get at bat technically, but he came to the plate and got a walk and came around to score thanks to a 2-run home run by Cruz Taylor on Sunday night. And that was pretty great because Waters tried to get a steal, but he slipped halfway to second base, and he sent that ball out over the right field fence, very fortunately for Waters, at the expense of his dignity. As a Sabre Dog, and he was just an absolute treat to be around, one of the nicest guys on the team, and really wish him well moving forward with his career, whatever he decides to go in. So Jace Grillo going to get his first crack at it, going with no batting gloves. Don't see that too often. First pitch. That one fouled off. Well, you do see it quite a few by pitchers, but usually if you're a position player and you're at the collegiate level or higher, you're wearing batting gloves usually. Or a lot of pine tar. 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. That ball was in the dirt, and Grillo slapping the bat after that and fakes breaking his bat and kind of bends it over his knee. That's a pretty accurate reaction at a pitch like that. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Barrington. I think that might have gotten a smile out of Barrington there. Is that one in there for strike 3 on the inside corner? And Barrington gets a nice laugh out of that, and Grillo will go back to the dugout after being the 10th batter retired via the strikeout. Grillo does it again, bends it over his knee. Of course, he's not actually going to try it. Takes a lot of force to break a bat over your knee. First pitch, swung on and missed. What am I saying? Now I'm having problems. I should break my mic after that. It was a ball that was missed low. 1-0 pitch coming up from Barrington, having himself a fantastic night for the Big Six on the mound. Outside, and that will make it 2-0. On deck is Bresner Mendoza. 2-0 pitch. Hit right up the middle and into the gap into center field for a base hit. First hit of the night for Childs. He was more than due. And that will bring up Bresner Mendoza with one gone. And we're on first. Bresner Mendoza 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Sabre Dogs trying to stay alive, but they trail 8-1 here in the top of the 6th. First pitch. And that one in there, strike 1 to the pitcher from Santa Cruz, California. Big Giants fan. The Giants are playing very well right now. Trying to get back in the NL wildcard hunt. Them and the Mets both kind of coming up out of nowhere. The Reds also kind of lurking. 0-1 pitch. And that one misses outside. I'll even count 1-1. Fremont and Western Nebraska still in a delay. Go back over to first. Childs doesn't have a very big lead. Has 34 stolen bases on the year, which leads the Sabre Dogs. One pitch. That one misses up and away for ball 2. Looks over to first. Childs getting a little bit bigger of a lead there, and throw back over to first. Sabre Dogs have been a little conservative on the base paths. They're trying to treasure every single moment they can get on base, as they have one stolen base with Jace Edwards. 2-1 pitch coming up. And that one misses low for ball 3. Barrington not happy with himself. Action in the Big Sticks bullpen. First time this evening. That one grounded to the second baseman. Double play ball if they want it. They got one at second. Throw to first is in time. They complete the 4-6-3 double play, and that will end the inning. So the Sabre Dogs still trail 8-1. We'll head to the bottom of the sixth coming up after a quick break. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball.
El Azteca is authentic Mexican fast food on the go. Their ingredients are always fresh, so you can be sure you'll get the best tacos, burritos, tamales, and more. El Azteca is located at 2035 North Broadway in Minot. Stop in or order online to save time. If you want exclusive coupons and special offers to save more on your next visit, text El Azteca as one word to 21777. El Azteca, the most authentic Mexican food in Minot.
iHeartRadio.
We are Northwest North Dakota's #1 country radio station, 97 Kicks FM, playing a wide variety of today's new country to those country favorites reaching back to the 90s. With the award-winning Bobby Bones Show, and a big signal puts your business where it needs to be. We are heard on over 2,000 smart devices across the country with our iHeartRadio app. From radio to streaming, web, and social media, we've got you covered. Our Kicks listeners are current and retired military, farmers and ranchers, working moms, business owners. We are 97 Kicks FM.
Sabre Dogs trail 8-1. Chase Grillo coming out for his second straight inning. Previous inning, he allowed an RBI single to Michael Furman. It was the second RBI single of the day, and that put the Big Sticks up by 7. Let's take a look at some of the scores around the majors. Brewers and Pirates in the middle of the ninth. Brewers lead 8-3 there in PNC Park. Yankees are whomping up on the O's. They lead 14-2 in the bottom of the ninth. Royals and Red Sox are in a close one. It's tied at 4 in the middle of the eighth, and the Phillies and Diamondbacks just got that one underway in the bottom of the second. We are scoreless there. First pitch fouled out of play. Strike one to Connor Van Cleve. Many games have finalized already today, including the Indians and Rangers. 2-0 Indians win. And that was a doubleheader in which the Indians got the sweep. They won the second game 5-1. Mets beat the Marlins to stay hot. They have only lost to the Marlins once all year. Is 7-2 win. Blue Jays went on the road at the Rays 4-3. A big win there, or a big loss rather, for the Rays. White Sox, is that one fouled back by Van Cleve to make it 0-2. White Sox beat the Tigers on the road 8-1. Braves beat the Twins on the road 11-7, and the Indians keep creeping closer and closer. Astros are able to beat the Rockies 14-3. Cubs beat the A's 10-1 as the 0-2 pitch misses low for ball one. Cubs beat the A's 10-1. Cardinals lost the Dodgers on the road 2-1. Nationals won on the road, beat the Giants 4-1, and the Mariners beat the Padres 3-2. And that one misses as well to make it 2-2. Continue to keep an eye out on that Fremont Western Nebraska game as it is currently in a delay. 2-2 pitch fouled off down the third base side, and that will keep it at 2-2. Nobody on and nobody out. We have a full sellout crowd here at DCBT Ballpark. Turf and field at Astoria Field, and you have grass in the outfield. A little blooper in the air towards Phil Childs, the third baseman backing up. He'll make the play for out number 1. And that will bring up Mason Schwellenbach. He is 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Got a few Sabre Dogs fans in attendance over near the Sabre Dogs dugouts. You have a gentleman wearing one of the Christmas in July jerseys that we were giving away earlier in the season, as that one misses outside for ball 1.
Nikki is 22 years old today. On the count of 3, big happy birthday. Nikki's the host mom of ours. 1, 2, 3.
Schwellenbach, the designated hitter from Central Methodist University. That one misses outside for ball 2. Those of you just joining us, Marcelo Terraza started in left field, move over to right. It's swapped with Dylan Roach. 2-up pitch. And that one in there for a strike to make it 2-1. Child still at third, Edwards at short, Powers at second, and Bresner Mendoza over at first. 2-1 pitch. And That one is in there for strike two. Grillo right back in the count. Whoever is on the mound is batting ninth for the Sabre Dogs this evening. 2-2 pitch, and that one missed outside for ball three. Mavson had one AB, had a double. Sartwell did not have an at-bat, and Grillo had a strikeout last half inning. Payoff pitch. Swing on and foul down the first base side, and that will keep it at 3-2. Just one out here in the bottom of the sixth. Sabre Dogs trail 8-1. 3-2 pitch, and that one is outside, and the Big Sticks will have another man aboard. Third time that Schwellenbach has reached first tonight. So that will bring up Dylan Ditzenberger. He is 2 for 3 with a single and an RBI double. First pitch, swing on and miss for strike one. Actually, might have gotten a little piece of that. In the glove of Pollen. Schwellenbach not much of a threat to run as this is blooped into left field. Dylan Roach heading to his right makes the catch for out number 2. And Schwellenbach will stay at first. That will bring up Garrett Dupuis. Sabre Dogs on their way to their first scoreless inning. Dupuis 0 for 2. Still the only Big Stick without a base hit. First pitch, that one misses up and away for ball 1. Infield shifted over towards the left side a little bit. 1-0 pitch, and that one misses low and away. Reza Mendoza holding on Schwellenbach. Not directly on the bag, about 3 feet in front of it. 2-0 pitch, that one misses outside for ball 3. I don't think Grillo was worried too much about throwing over to first. I don't think anybody is. Haven't seen too many pickoff attempts so far tonight for the Sabre Dogs. 0 pitch, that one a blooper towards right center field. Tracking is Terrazas. He'll make the catch, and that will end the inning. So the first scoreless inning for the Sabre Dogs pitching. We'll head to the top of the 7th. Sabre Dogs still trail 8-1. We'll be right back after these messages.
Z94 is Minot's only station for today's hit music. The Z94 audience is an active one, targeting your 18 to 42-year-olds. The Z94 listener is a need-to-know listener. They do product research. From product and customer satisfaction reviews, our Z94 audience has their smart devices at their fingertips. That's why you need to be with Z94, because we're in front of our listeners and your customers with our in-demand services like streaming, podcasts, social media. And since we brand to our specific audience, we know how to market your business. Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
You had a long day? An alcoholic beverage sound good right about now? Souris River Brewing Company has you covered. They use the most locally sourced and freshest ingredients available to create quality beers and food. Souris River Brewing Company sources food and grains from their neighbors to maintain our local economy and to serve you. Be sure to stop by Souris River Brewing Company, a true North Dakota experience. Planet Pizza has become Minot's premier party location. Whether it's a birthday, team, family, school, or church get-together, they have everything to make your event out of this world. From arcade games to bouncy houses, they provide fun for all ages. Planet Pizza has been Minot's best pizza place for over 20 years. Don't let the fun fool you. Their pizza is fresh and delicious every time. To book a party or to order, call 701-852-1700. The Sleep in Minot is the #1 favorite place to stay when visiting. The Wi-Fi is always free and the breakfast is always hot and delicious. It's also the most convenient hotel for the kids when they want to hang out at the Dakota Splashdown Water Park. For the grown-ups, the hotel is attached to the Dakota Square Mall so you can shop till you drop. Then in the evening, be sure and stop in at the best-kept secret lounge for a drink. The Sleep in Minot is a proud sponsor of the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, the largest sleep in North America, where everyone dreams better.
New pitcher for the Badlands Big Sticks is Gabe Lizarraga. Comes into tonight's game with a 3-1 record, a 5.59 ERA. He's pitched in 14 total games, has 7 starts. Swing and a miss from Dylan Roach for strike 1. He is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. He's in 48 and a third innings with 33 Ks, 11 walks, and 51 hits for a whip of 128. So overall, not a bad season for Lizarraga. That one popped up in the air towards right field in foul territory, playable for Van Cleve, and that is dropped, and kind of looked like a half-hearted stab at the ball by Van Cleve. So that'll make it 0-2. And Connor Van Cleve, yeah, it looked to me like he dropped it, and that's so they can get a strikeout to the beer batter, Dylan Roach. This has been one of those games for the Big Sticks. They can do pretty much anything that they want. 0-2 pitch. And that one missed upstairs. And PA announcer said, don't do that if it's a fair ball, Connor. That's pretty great right there. So 1-2 count coming up to Dylan Roach. Playing right field tonight. And that one misses low, and that will even the count. Sabre Dogs trail 8-1. Roach still looking for his first hit as a Sabre Dog. Making his third start of the season, his third start in the last 3 games. Wind up and the 2-2 pitch. And that one in there, strike 3. That is his third strikeout of the day. That'll be 1 down, and that will bring up Marcelo Terrazas. Terrazas is 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Has one of the 4 hits for the Sabre Dogs this evening. First pitch. That one fouled out of here for strike 1 down the first base side. People have been loving Dylan Roach tonight. Have been getting a lot of people discounted beer this evening. 0-1 pitch. Swung on, ground to the third baseman. Throw over to first, and that will be in time. Terrazas ducking out of the way of the throw. And apparently he might have hurt his hand a little bit on the ground ball there, but that'll be out number 2, and that will bring up Jace Edwards. Edwards is 0 for 1 with a strikeout, a walk, and a stolen base as well as a run. Rocca looking to go 1-2-3 here. First pitch. That one in there, strike 1. A very large strike zone from the home plate umpire tonight, especially on that outside corner. Badlands pitchers have been taking advantage as that one misses inside, and that will even the count at 1-1. 1-1 pitch, that one a little blooper towards right field, and that will be no problem for the right fielder, Ditzenberger, for the final out. So 1-2-3 inning, back-to-back 1-2-3 innings for Badlands pitching, and that will send us to the bottom of the 7th. So we'll go ahead and stretch it out. We'll be back with Sabre Dogs baseball in just 90 seconds.
Trinity Health is a nonprofit healthcare system serving northwest and central North Dakota and eastern Montana. With a care hospital in Minot, more than 40 specialties, several rural health clinics, and a long-term facility, Trinity provides a full complement of healthcare services to the region. Since 1922, they have been committed to looking ahead and improving in ways that provide the best, most compassionate care for their patients, families, and communities. Trinity Health, where their mission is, being committed to preserving and improving the quality of health to the people they serve. Know what's below. Call before you dig. Whether you call 811 or use ITIC to file your locate requests, North Dakota One Call makes sure you're able to navigate the One Call process as easy as possible. Whether you're a professional contractor working on a project or a novice homeowner just installing a fence, Contact us every time you dig to ensure no underground lines are damaged. It's easy, and it's the law. Dig safe.
Mix 99.9, Minot's variety station. Mix puts our personality and music focus on adult women, whether it's the moms at home or at work, to those that are business owners, or the women who have declared 50 is the new 30. Let Mix go to work for you, playing a variety of music from the 80s, 90s, and today, and can be heard on over 2,000 smart devices all across the country with our iHeartRadio app. From radio to streaming, web, and social media, we've got you covered. We are Mix 99.9, Minot's variety station.
Sabre Dogs and Big Sticks in the Lewis Divisional round. Sabre Dogs trail 8-1 going to the bottom of the 7th as Caden Calber, the new pitcher for the Sabre Dogs. They have been going 2 innings per pitcher. And now it is time for the 6'8" righty from Spokane Falls Community College. So far with a record of 2-1, a 6.98 ERA with 15 games under his belt. He has a total of 4 saves, which is second on the team and tied for the third best in the league. 19 and a third innings under his belt with 23 strikeouts, 10 walks, and 19 hits for a whip of 150, and 10.71 strikeouts per 9 innings. So Fremont and Western Nebraska is back underway. They're in the top of the 4th now. It is still 3-0 and still no hits for the Moo. As for this game here, Sabre Dogs with just 4 hits with their 1 run. As for the Big Sticks, 13 hits with their 8 runs. So leading off, we're going to have a new batter for the Big Sticks. That will be Ryan Gross. Backup catcher for the Big Sticks from Spokane Falls Community College. He'll go against his teammate right here. First pitch, and that one in there for strike 1. Sabre Dogs gave up their first scoreless inning back in the bottom of the 6th. See if they can continue that here. That's a nice slider in there for strike 2. The Big Sticks are just 6 outs away from playing in the championship round this weekend. 0-2 pitch. And that one, another slider, but that one misses inside to make it 1-2. Been a rough night for the Sabre Dogs. See if they can pull off a miracle. Final 2 innings. One-two pitch, and that one misses outside for ball 2. Calber's had a fantastic season. He'll be a nice asset for Spokane Falls Community College. Two-two pitch, nobody on, nobody out here on the bottom of the 7th. That one's hit towards the left field line. Hooking, and that in foul territory. That will be caught by Dylan Roach for out number 1. So that will bring up Nathan Sanders. He is 2 for 2 with 2 singles and 2 runs with 3 stolen bases and an RBI. Also reached on a walk back in the 5th inning. First pitch to the home run leader, Nathan Sanders, out and fouled out of play for strike 1 down the third base line.
And that's another foul ball brought to you by Justin Black.
Calber comes set and winds nasty slider in there for a strike. Beautiful pitch from Calber.
Justin Black had to repair windows.
Here comes the 0-2. Now one in the air towards left field, and that will be foul in play. Not in play, but in the park. In foul territory. Now keep it at 0-2. Coming up for the Sabre Dogs, it will be the 6, 7, 8 hitters. Paulin, Powers, and Rubion. 0-2 pitch, and that one a fastball that misses outside for ball 1. Sabre Dogs going to try to start the comeback of a lifetime. Trailing 8-1 here in Dickinson, North Dakota. Dakota Community Bank and Trust Ballpark. 1-2 pitch. Slider found back into the screen. Been a cool and calm night. Hardly any clouds. Hardly any wind. It's just been one of those great summer nights here in North Dakota. Back home in Wichita, Kansas, it got up to 99 degrees. Here it got up to 75. 1-2 pitch. Popped up in the air, out of play, and they'll keep it at 1-2.
Looks like we're going to give it to him. That's another foul ball.
Those of you just joining us, Sabre Dogs and Big Sticks in the Lewis Divisional round. Just a one-game playoff to get to the championship series. Sabre Dogs have just 12 players that traveled with the team. 6 pitchers and 6 position players. 1-2 pitch. And that one hits the calf muscle, it looked like, of Nathan Sanders. That was a fastball, too. And he has reached every single time he has come up as the first hit by pitch of the night from either team. That will bring up Kaimana Souza Palui for the 5th time today. 2 for 4 with the run and a stolen base. Sanders with a small lead over at first. Now he extends it. 3 steals on the night. First pitch, and that one misses low for ball 1. "13 hits for the Big Sticks. Then the main difference in this ball game. Finding all the gaps. 1-0 pitch, and that one misses outside for ball 2. Sabre looks over at second. Now comes set. 2-0, and that one misses outside for ball 3. That one hit well towards center field. Backing up is Rubion, and that will be caught by the warning track for out number 2. And it is 375 to dead straightaway center field here at DCBT Ballpark. So it was actually a year ago today when these two teams faced in Corbett Field, in which the Sabre Dogs dropped that game 12-9. That advanced the Big Sticks to the championship round. It was Aaron Kern, the losing pitcher for the Sabre Dogs. Brock Bauckham was leading things off. And the first pitch, that one misses for ball 1. It went Bauckham, Dennison, Rennell, and then Callier. Hitting was phenomenal for the Sabre Dogs last season. Like I said, they pretty much reversed roles. Unfortunately, last year the Badlands Big Sticks did not have just 12 batters. That misses outside for ball 2.
Fans, the silent auction is now closed. If you're a winner, please come up, grab your item, and pay for it.
So 2 gone here in the bottom of the 7th. Trying to get out of the inning with back-to-back scoreless innings for Sabre Dogs pitching. That one ripped into left field, backing up is Roach, and that is going to be out of here. 2-run home run from Michael Furman. Hear the roar of the crowd here at DCBT Ballpark, a sellout crowd. They have been fantastic all night long, and they continue to cheer for their Big Sticks, who have now gotten off to a 9-run lead. 2-run home run by Furman. That is number 76 on the team this season. And that is number 7 on the year for Furman. That is hit number 14 on the night. They continue to pour it on against their in-state rival. This is that one in there for a strike to Bryson Ford. 1 for 3 on the night with a 2 RBI single as well as a run back in the 4th inning. 0-1 pitch. Now on a little blooper down the first base line. Rezer Mendoza trying to find it. Now he does, and that will be caught for the final out. Damage is done as they get 2 more thanks to a 2-run bomb from Michael Furman. Led to the top of the 8th. Sabre Dogs trail 10-1. We'll be right back. Sabre Dogs baseball.
Trinity Health is a nonprofit healthcare system serving northwest and central North Dakota and eastern Montana. With a care hospital in Minot, more than 40 specialties, several rural health clinics, and a long-term facility, Trinity provides a full complement of healthcare services to the region. Since 1922, they have been committed to looking ahead and improving in ways that provide the best, most compassionate care for their patients, families, and communities. Trinity Health, where their mission is, being committed to preserving and improving the quality of health to the people they serve. Know what's below. Call before you dig. Whether you call 811 or use ITIC to file your locate requests, North Dakota One Call makes sure you're able to navigate the One Call process as easy as possible. Whether you're a professional contractor working on a project or a novice homeowner just installing a fence, contact us every time you dig to ensure no underground lines are damaged. It's easy, and it's the law. Dig safe.
Sabre Dogs trail 10-1 here in the divisional round as we head to the top of the 8th. Gabe Lizarraga back on for another inning. He finished with a perfect 7th inning, gave up no hits and no walks, and got a strikeout. So he will take on the 6, 7, 8 batters, Drew Pollum, Sam Powers, and Wilson Rubion. Down in Gearing, Nebraska, the Western Nebraska Pioneers are taking on the Fremont Moo. They are on the top of the 4th. It is still 3-0 in favor of those Pioneers. Here tonight, the Big Sticks just 6 outs away from advancing to the championship round and playing on Friday through Sunday. And that is going to be a grueling stretch for both teams. And a true winner is really going to come out of that series, because it's going to be in 3 days or 2, kind of depending. And the first 2 games, well, the first game will be at the worst seed, and the final 2 games will be at the better seed. So if the Big Sticks hold this win, or hold on to this lead, and so do the Pioneers, first game will be here in Badlands, final 2 will be in Gearing. So Pollum is 1 for 2 with an RBI single, the only Sabre Dog that can say they have an RBI tonight. That was back in the 5th inning. First pitch from Lizarraga misses upstairs for ball 1. Lizarraga rocks and fires. That one misses low and away for ball 2. Sun is all but set here at Dickinson, North Dakota. 9:39 p.m. is what we have here. Well, that's actually Central Time. It's 8:39 local time. Is that one chopped foul? Come on, Drew. Pollum stands in, has been one of the best batters from the Sabre Dog as of late. 2-1 pitch, and that one misses low for ball 3. Also has fantastic patience. And on the year, Drew Pollum has just 8 strikeouts and 104 at-bats. 3-1 pitch, that one fouled out of play for strike 2. Full count, nobody out, nobody on to start the top of the 8th. Once again on deck, Sam Powers in the hole, Wilson Rubion. Wind up and the payoff pitch. And that one misses outside for ball 4. Good patience by the catcher from the University of Central Arkansas. They'll bring up Powers, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts on the night. Palm has some speed. He has 5 stolen bases on the year. First pitch, swing and a miss from Powers.
5-3-6.
Fantastic pitching all night from the Big Sticks, thanks to Malik Barrington starting. He went 6 innings and got 10 strikeouts. There goes Pollum. That ball hit towards right field, and Pollum's going to have to retreat as that ball will actually be dropped by Ditzenberger. Throw over to second, and that will be in time to get the force out.
Yeah, winning ticket. 5-3.
So 1 down as Sam Powers reaches on an error. That will bring up Wilson Rubion. Rubion 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts to left field. And on deck is Caden Calber. First pitch, that one in there for a strike. Fastball in the outside corner from Lizarraga. And on the season, Big Sticks ERA at 5.26. Here's the 0-1. And that one in the dirt, and that will even up the count. Whip as a team at 158. 540 strikeouts to 291 walks. And 591 hits allowed. 1-1 pitch. That one misses outside for ball 2. So although the Big Six pitching has not been perfect this season, they're hitting pretty much as. Allen fouled out of play down the third base side. They'll make it 2-2. Mentioned the Big Sticks have been batting .316 as a team this year. They have 8 players who are batting .300 or better. And as for the Sabre Dogs, they only have 1 active batter that is at .300 plus, and that is Philip Childs. He's batting .346 on the year. And he is in the hole for the Sabre Dogs. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And that's outside, and that will make the count full. 1 down, runner on first for the Sabre Dogs here in the top of the 8th. Payoff pitch, that will miss it. No, it's in there for strike 3, a late strike call, and stealing second is Sam Powers. And after that strikeout, there will be 2 down for Caden Calber. Getting his first AB as a Sabre Dog. Now a mound visit from head coach Hayden Pewitt. And that will be it for Gabe Lizarraga. Interesting decision with just the pitcher coming up. And we will go ahead and send it to a brief commercial break. We'll be back with a new pitcher from the Big Sticks. We'll be right back with Sabre Dogs baseball.
Inside of your mouth ache? Not brushing as often as you should? Then come on over to Kemet Dental. Kemet Dental prides on their team of highly educated dental professionals and advanced technology. Whether it's advanced dental procedures such as implants, same-day crowns, and sleep apnea, there's no problem they can't fix. Visit their state-of-the-art facility or visit kemetdental.com to learn more. Kemet Dental. We treat more than teeth, we treat people. Don't let bad weather surprise you. Stay informed with KMOT. KMOT is Minot's local NBC affiliate that keeps you in the know for all things weather-related. KMOT also makes sure that you know everything important happening in the Minot community. Want to see the latest Twins highlights? Check out KMOT's professional sports coverage, as well as their local and collegiate sports. KMOT, your news leader.
Baseball is America's game. It brings people together, and there's nothing better for community than people coming together. Thank you, Sabre Dogs, for providing entertainment, a family-friendly environment, and good sportsmanship to our town. These simple moments, sharing time with loved ones, create everlasting memories, and will always be in the cheering section, rooting for the home team. First Western Bank and Trust, we're not just here for you, we are you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Forward Communication provides you an opportunity to get your message heard on radio stations all across the region. They have several syndicated radio reports you can partner on, including Ag Issues, which gives an agronomy perspective to regional agriculture, Outdoor Issues, which discusses North Dakota hunting and fishing, and Training Camp Today, which gives listeners an inside look at Minnesota Vikings training camp. Call Forward Communication at 720-0007. That's 720-0007.
New pitcher is Tyler Chipman, and he has not actually came in relief as a Big States pitcher this season. As of right now, he has a 7-2 record with a 4.20 ERA. This is the 13th game he has pitched in. He's went for 55 2/3 innings. He has 50 strikeouts, 42 walks, and 52 hits for a 169 whip. So Gabe Lizarraga done as a big stick. He will not be with the team in the championship round, as Shipman will face Caden Calver. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. Runner on second is Sam Powers. Got the team's second stolen base of the day. First one misses outside for ball 1. The first stolen base was by Jace Edwards back in the 5th inning. The lone Sabre Dogs run was an RBI single by Drew Palm to bring in Jace Edwards. Shipman sets, and that one swung on, foul tipped into the glove of Olsen. Actually, that's rather Gross. Came in the 7th inning for the Big Sticks. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Behind that one for strike 2. Calber, the 6'8", right-handed pitcher from Spokane Falls Community College, going no batting gloves right here. Here comes the 1-2. That one fouled off down the first base side. Calber just so tall. It looks like he's swinging a toothpick out there. The Sabre Dogs trail 10-1 here in the top of the 8th. They have given up 14 hits. Have just 4 of their own as that one in the dirt will even count 2-2. And the Big Sticks have not let up at all here this evening. Calber is pitcher number 3 tonight for the Sabre Dogs. 1-2 pitch. Silly grounded foul down the first base side. Powers with a pretty sizable lead over at second, but the Big Sticks not holding him on regardless. Turned out to be a beautiful night here at DCBT Ballpark. A great crowd, great weather, and a great night for Sabre Dogs baseball. Unfortunately, things aren't quite going their way this evening. 2-2 pitch, that one's fouled into the screen, and teammates loving it over there in the dugout as he continues to fight to stay alive in this at-bat. Bryce's not choking up very much here. 2-2 pitch. And that one in there, a beautiful breaking ball by Chipman in there for strike 3. So that will send us to the bottom of the 8th. Final opportunity for the Big Sticks. And we'll head there after this 60-second break.
El Azteca is authentic Mexican fast food on the go. Their ingredients are always fresh, so you can be sure you'll get the best tacos, burritos, tamales, and more. El Azteca is located at 2035 North Broadway in Minot. Stop in or order online to save time. If you want exclusive coupons and special offers to save more on your next visit, text El Azteca as one word to 21777. El Azteca, the most authentic Mexican food in Minot.
iHeartRadio.
We are Northwest North Dakota's #1 country radio station, 97 Kicks FM, playing a wide variety of today's new country to those country favorites reaching back to the 90s. With the award-winning Bobby Bones Show, and a big signal puts your business where it needs to be. We are heard on over 2,000 smart devices across the country with our iHeartRadio app. From radio to streaming, web, and social media, we've got you covered. Our Kicks listeners are current and retired military, farmers and ranchers, working moms, business owners. We are 97 Kicks FM.
Planet Pizza has become Minot's premier party location. Whether it's a birthday, team, family, school, or church get-together, they have everything to make your event out of this world. From arcade games to bouncy houses, they provide fun.
Connor Van Cleve will lead things off for the Big Sticks to start at the bottom of the 8th. New pitcher for the Sabre Dogs is Marcelo Terrazas. He's actually the 5th pitcher the Sabre Dogs have went through this evening. Left one guy out. That was Chase Grillo. Came in for a couple innings, and that one is hit well towards left field. Backing up is Dylan Roach, and that one is going to be off the wall. And Van Cleve is going to have himself a leadoff double on the first pitch. That is his 3rd hit of the day.
I don't think Connor heard you. Do we want him to come back this weekend?
Take a look at Marcelo Terrazas' stats on the year. Has a record of 4-2. Has pitched in 10 games. This is actually his 11th game of the year. 55 innings under his belt with 9 starts, 33 strikeouts, 10 walks, and 59 hits allowed for just a whip of 125 and just 5.4 strikeouts for 9 innings. So that will bring up Mason Schwanbach as that one swung on a miss. Strike 1 in on the hands. As the Big Sticks trying to prove that they're not done here. And Terrazas is not happy with that throw back to the mound. There have been some throws back to the mound that have not been in the area of the pitcher and that had to kind of leap and go all over the place. So this one going past Terrazas, and that will not fly by him. Is that 0-1 ball in there? Nice breaking ball in there for strike 2. Schoenbach trying to advance Van Cleve on over to 3rd. Terrazas comes set, 1-1 pitch, breaking ball, grounded to the 3rd baseman Childs. Throw over to 1st will be dropped by Bresner Mendoza. Van Cleve will get 3rd base, and there'll be runners on the corners with nobody out for Dylan Ditzenberger. That'll be an E5, and could have argued that play should have went to the shortstop Jace Edwards because he was in the area, but Childs ran a little bit extra to go get that one. Well, I guess they're going to give him the hit here. That's just not correct. But oh well. First pitch, that's outside for ball 1. Ditzenberger is 2 for 4 on the day. A double as well as an RBI, a single and 2 flyouts. And that one misses upstairs for another ball. That'll make it 2-0. Foul back into the screen will make it 2-1. So the Big Sticks just 3 outs away from getting the win here. Trying to keep adding to their scoring total. Just to rub it in. This is a rivalry after all. As that one hit into center field and now dropping for a base hit and score another run. RBI single from Ditzenberger. That is his 2nd RBI base hit of the day and his 3rd base hit of the evening. So that will bring up Garrett Dupuis, 0 for 3 with a walk. Actually, they have a pinch hitter coming to the plate. So first pitch is way outside for ball 1. That is going to be Gabe Knowles coming in for Dupuis here in the bottom of the 8th. That one ripped into right field, hit well Right to the right fielder, that's Caden Calber who'll make the catch, and he'll send it in for the first out. So since Terrazas came in to pitch, had left a spot open in right field, and that is filled by the 6'8 pitcher from Spokane Falls, Caden Calber. So that will bring up Brian Gross for the second time today. He came in for Braden Olson in the 7th inning. He is 0 for 1, and Braden Olson finished his day 1 for 3 with a double and a run. So runners on first and second with one out here in the bottom of the 8th. It is 11-1 in favor of the Big Sticks here in the Lewis Divisional round. Is that one in there for strike one. As for the other game going on right now, it is still 3-0, but they are now in the bottom of the 5th. Fremont still just 1 hit. As for the Pioneers, they have been at 3 runs and 4 hits for quite a while. On foul back of the screen is James Skirdo, as you would imagine, is on the mound for the Moo. He has been fantastic all season long. As for the Pioneers, Ty Bothwell on the bump. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Marcelo. Swing and a miss, strike 3, throw down to second, and not even close to being in time. And that will be 2 down. Now I'll bring up Nathan Sanders. 2 for 2 on the day. As an RBI single and 3 runs, as well as 3 stolen bases. Raza steps off the back of the mound, trying to get the correct call from Drew Pollum. Brazos comes set, and now delivers. Breaking ball, misses outside for ball 1. So coming up in the 9th inning, it will be the leadoff hitter, Phil Childs, who will lead things off. Is that one in there? No, that one misses outside, excuse me. That will make it 2-0. So it'll be Childs, Bresner Mendoza, and Dylan Roach, barring any substitution. To a pitch, foul tip. Big swing and a miss there from Sanders. That'll make it 2-1. 16 hits from the Big Sticks this evening. Just 4 for the Sabre Dogs. Two and 1 breaking ball. That one's in there for strike 2. Trying to get the final out of the inning. Still runners on first and second. And now Terraza steps off the back of the mound, wipes off his brow, and now we'll get back on the bump. Two grounded to the first baseman, Bresner Mendoza. He will touch the mound himself and stomp on the mound out of frustration. He'll lob the ball out to pretty much no one. It's been a long night for Bresner Mendoza. And we will head to the top of the 9th after a quick break. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball.
Trinity Health is a nonprofit healthcare system serving northwest and central North Dakota and eastern Montana. With a care hospital in Minot, more than 40 specialties, several rural health clinics, and a long-term facility, Trinity provides a full complement of healthcare services to the region. Since 1922, they have been committed to looking ahead and improving in ways that provide the best, most compassionate care for their patients, families, and communities. Trinity Health, where their mission is, being committed to preserving and improving the quality of health to the people they serve. Know what's below. Call before you dig. Whether you call 811 or use ITIC to file your locate requests, North Dakota One Call makes sure you're able to navigate the One Call process as easy as possible. Whether you're a professional contractor working on a project or a novice homeowner just installing a fence, contact us every time you dig to ensure no underground lines are damaged. It's easy, and it's the law. Dig safe.
105.3 The Fox Fox is Minot's only rock station, playing the active rock of today, reaching your male audience 18 to 52, and getting your message to their ears.
I'm listening.
And 105.3 The Fox can be heard on over 2,000 smart devices across the country. And with our iHeartRadio app, from radio to stream, web, and social media, we've got your bases covered. If you're needing to reach a male audience, we are your radio station.
105.3 The Fox.
New pitcher for the Badlands Big Six is Nick Jennings. Taking a look at his stats on the year. Has a current record of 3-4, a 7.48 ERA. He has pitched in 12 games on the year. Has made one start and has went 21 2/3. He has 22 Ks, 12 walks, and 23 hits for a whip of 162. And this Sabre Dogs offense has really struggled against the pitching staff from the Big Six, which has just been absolutely on fire, led by Malik Barrington. Went 6 innings and got 10 strikeouts to start the game. He had one stretch where he struck out 4 batters in a row. Sabre Dogs just one run here this evening on an RBI single from Drew Pollum, and that brought home Jace Edwards. The Childs has one of the 4 hits on the day. He'll come up to the plate for the 4th time tonight. He'll be one of at least three Sabre Dogs to come to the plate 4 times today. Wind up and the first pitch to sophomore from the University of Texas Arlington, and that one misses inside. A fastball. So Resner Mendoza is on deck, and Dylan Roach in the hole. That one hit towards right center field. A couple of Big Sticks in the area. That will be caught by Dissenberger for out number 1, and the Big Sticks are just 2 outs away. So between Resner Mendoza and Dylan Roach, 5 strikeouts out of 6 at-bats. Resner Mendoza grounded into a double play in the 6th inning, as well as 2 strikeouts. Resner Mendoza playing baseball at Portland. First pitch to him, that one misses outside on a fastball for ball 1. That is a speedy one. Does have some command issues with that high ERA. Check swing on a fastball upstairs, and he went around, and that will be strike 2. Actually, no, it's just strike 1, my mistake. Another fastball, and that one towards the Sabre Dogs dugout, and not hitting anyone. It went into the fence and missed everyone, luckily. That'll make it 1-2. 1-2 pitch. And that one in there for strike 3, his 3rd K of the day. And that will give the Sabre Dogs one more opportunity. Dylan Roach 0 for 3 with 3 Ks. Sabre Dogs trail 11-1 here in the top of the 9th. Been a long night for the Sabre Dogs. I'd like to thank everyone for sticking around, those listening on YouTube, as that one fouled down the first base line for strike 1. Had a very steady and large audience so far tonight. Really appreciate that. As for the Pioneers, they have started to break that one open. They lead 7-0 in the bottom of the 5th with a 4-run inning going right now. 0-1 pitch. Swing on and miss, strike 2. Just 1 strike away. Crowd getting loud here at DCBT Ballpark. Oh, 2 pitch. That one misses on the inside corner for ball 1, as the crowd here thought that was strike 3. It's been a wide strike zone, not quite that wide. Terrazas on deck if necessary. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is your ball game. So the Sabre Dogs fall in the divisional round for the 2nd consecutive year. Final score here this evening is 11-1. And overall, just a rough night for the Sabre Dogs. So we're going to head to a quick break. We'll have the stats from tonight's game. You're listening to Sabre Dogs Baseball. Back here at DCBT Ballpark as we have the championship presentation going on as Steve Ragnar presenting it to Hayden Pewitt. Badlands wins this one 11-1. Here are some of your stats from tonight's game. Bill Childs was 1 for 4 with a strikeout and a single. Nathaniel Bresner Mendoza was 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Dylan Roach was 0 for 4 with 4 Ks. Marcelo Terrazas was 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Jace Edwards 1 for 3 with a walk, a run, a stolen base, and a strikeout. Drew Paulin was 1 for 2. He had an RBI. Sam Powers was 0 for 3 with a stolen base and 2 strikeouts. Wilson Rubion was 0 for 3. Jason Mabson was 1 for 1 with a double. Grillo was 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and Caden Calber was 0 for 1 with a strikeout. As for the Sabre Dogs pitchers, the starter was Jace Mabson. He went 2 innings, had 5 hits allowed with 3 earned runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. As for Matt Startwell, 5 hits, 3 earned runs with 4 runs total, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Chase Grillo came in for the 5th and 6th innings. He gave up 3 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and no strikeouts. Ken Calber came in the 7th and gave up a hit, 2 earned runs, no walks, and no strikeouts. And Marcelo Terrazas came in the 8th inning and came in for 3 hits allowed, 1 earned run, no walks, and a strikeout. So Jace Mabson picks up the loss. As for the Badlands Big Sticks, Kaimana Souza Palui, 2 for 5 with the run. Michael Furman, 3 for 4 with 3 runs and 4 RBI with a strikeout and a walk. Bryson Ford, 1 for 4 with 2 RBI, a run, a walk, and a strikeout. Connor Van Cleve, 3 for 5, the only Big Stick with 3 hits. He also got 2 runs and an RBI. Mason Schwartenbach, 2 for 4 with an RBI and a walk. As for, Mitch Dean didn't play. Garrett Dupuis, he was 0 for 3, no runs, 1 walk. Dylan Ditzenberger, 2 for 4 with an RBI, and Ray Olson, 1 for 4 with a run. As for Nathan Sanders, the final Big Stick, he went 2 for 3, 3 runs, an RBI, and a walk. As for the pitchers, what a night for Malik Barrington. Gets the win, goes 6 innings, gets 10 strikeouts, only allows 4 hits, an earned run, and a walk. As for Gabe Lizarraga, comes in for 1 2/3, 2 strikeouts, and a walk. A third of an inning for Chittenden, comes in, gets a strikeout, and Jennings comes in for the final inning and gets 2 strikeouts to end the game. So that is it for the